Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Well, we're a little early for first pitch, but we're about right on schedule for the opening ceremonies here, the 2025 North Dakota State A-Legion Baseball Tournament here on yourliveevent.com. Chase Miller with you. Brad Anderson will be our MC on the field. We will get to introduce all the 8 teams. We'll get an opportunity to see the color guard, that and more coming up here. So make sure you stay tuned for that here at the top of the hour here on yourliveevent.com, as we are going to have, again, the opening ceremonies. And then following the opening ceremonies, we will get to the actual game between Casselton and Valley City. Valley City, the West #1 seed, will be the home team on the scoreboard going up against Casselton, the East #4 seed. They will be the visitors on the scoreboard. But first things first, we'll need to get to that opening ceremony. We'll roll with the opening ceremony here when we come back from Casselton on yourliveevent.com.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
As we come back here, as we're inching closer, again, the teams have situated themselves at both the first and third base lines. Is waiting to hear to get to the top of the hour, and we are ready to go. As let's toss it down to Brad Anderson with our public address announcing here for the opening ceremonies here in Casselton.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, isn't this the best? Summertime, beautiful night, baseball. Crowd like this. That's why we're here, right? Welcome to the opening ceremonies of the 2025 North Dakota American Legion Baseball State Tournament, right here at VPT Field in Casselton. This year marks the 100th anniversary of American Legion Baseball. It's a century of tradition, integrity, and service to the community and country. To begin the celebration tonight, we're honored to welcome a powerful voice and inspiring North Dakota native, Kat Perkins. Kat grew up in Scranton, North Dakota, surrounded by a family of musicians. After rising through the Minneapolis music scene with her band Scarlet Haze, she opened for Bon Jovi and gained national recognition on season 6 of The Voice, where she turned 3 chairs and advanced to the finals with Coach Adam Levine. She now tours nationally, performs for U.S. troops overseas, and shares a message of fearless living with students across the country. Before Kat takes the field tonight, we're proud to recognize someone from right here in Casselton. Airman Ellison Mickelson is a 2024 graduate of Central Cass High School and is serving currently with the North Dakota Air National Guard. Tonight she will escort Kat Perkins onto the field. Please join us in giving Airman Mickelson a big round of applause to thank her for her service. All right, everyone, please rise and direct your attention to center field as we welcome Kat Perkins performing God Bless the USA. And as Kat performs, look to the skies. The Skydive Fargo.
And during these different portions with the band and those who are singing, we will take a quick break and come back and continue with more of the opening ceremonies next here on yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, that again is Kat Perkins performing God Bless the USA. Brad Anderson, our MC, on the field as they are waiting for the flag to be delivered.
With over 1,500 jumps to his name, 44 years in the sport, he began his skydiving journey in 1981 at the age of 16. And over the decades, Craig has built a reputation for excellence and dedication in the skydiving community. Known for jumping with an eye-catching orange, green, and black canopy, he is the former president of Skydive Fargo. He's now retired from full-time instruction and remains a respected figure and mentor, having influenced many through his work as a skydive instructor. Jake Axel is a highly skilled skydiver, 900 jumps, 10 years of experience in the sport. His accomplishments include being a two-time World SkySurf silver medalist, showcasing his elite skill in one of skydiving's most demanding disciplines. He makes his way out of the field here as a skilled wingsuiter who proudly flies the American flag. Jake showcases remarkable precision and artistic flair in every flight. He also excels as a professional aerial cameraman, capturing the beauty and intensity from skydiving from above. Next, let's welcome to the field Casselton Mayor Michael Fott. Ready to receive the official game ball from the Skydive Fargo team. And with Mayor Fott is Jason Anderson, Commander-elect of the North Dakota American Legion Department. Have a nice hand for our skydivers, Mayor Fott and Commander-elect Anderson. What a nice hand, one more hand for those four. Next, it's time to introduce our 8 outstanding teams competing in the 2025 State Class A Legion Baseball Tournament. Teams will enter in this order in alternating dugouts. First off, let's welcome the Minot Metros. The Bismarck Reps. The host team, the Casselton Haymakers. Next, the Bismarck Senators. Next, the Devils Lake Storm. Up next, the Fargo Post 2 Jets. The Kindred Post 117 Vikings. And the Valley City Post 60 Royals. There they are, folks, the 8 teams qualified for this 2025 Class A State Legion Tournament. Next up, joining us on the field, please welcome Michael Howe, who will officially welcome the teams and offer a special recognition of the veterans joining us tonight. Michael Howe, North Dakota Secretary of State, a Casselton native, 2005 graduate of Central Cass High School, growing up as the 5th generation on his family's farm and seed operation just northeast of Casselton. His connection to agriculture took him to North Dakota State University and later to Washington, D.C., where he served as Agriculture Policy Director for North Dakota Congressman Rick Byrd. After his stint in D.C., he returned back to North Dakota. Policy work for the North Dakota Corn Growers Association. He served rural Cass County in the North Dakota legislature for 6 years as state representative in District 22 prior to becoming Secretary of State. In his second legislative session, he was appointed to the House Appropriations Committee and served as chairman of the Interim Government Finance Committee. In 2022, Michael was elected as North Dakota's 15th Secretary of State. At the time of his election, was the youngest serving Secretary of State in the nation. Michael's the state's chief election official, along with overseeing 40 different duties and functions of the office. As Secretary of State, Secretary Howe also serves on the Board of University and School Trust Lands, the Emergency Commission, the State Historical Board, the State Canvassing Board, and the Theodore Roosevelt Rough Rider Award Committee. Michael and his wife Katie and their 1-year-old son James reside in Mandan. What a nice hand for Secretary of State Michael Howe.
Well, good evening, and thank you all for being here as we celebrate these players, the teams, this community, all weekend long throughout this tournament. This weekend we're also celebrating the 100th year of Legion Baseball, and I'm proud to say that the Casselton Legion Post has had a team since the early 1960s. The American Legion means so much to communities, especially here in Casselton. The baseball opportunities, they sponsor the Boys State program, and they do a whole bunch of other great things for communities all across the state. The young people in Casselton, they're so fortunate to have summer baseball, and that's a big credit to the Casselton American Legion, the Casselton Park Board, the countless numbers of volunteers, coaches, families who have helped make it happen every single summer. This baseball field looks a little different from when I was growing up. This beautiful setting really is a true testament to our city, the businesses listed on the outfield wall, for making such a nice facility like this happen. So if you just take a minute to recognize everyone that made this field happen. So in my day job, I oversee our state's elections, and every day our team and I ensure that qualified North Dakota electors have the ability to choose their leaders and participate in democracy. And I remind myself that not every country has what we have right here in the United States of America. And nations across the country fight for that right to vote and to elect leaders, let alone have a night like this to play baseball. None of us are here tonight without the brave men and women of our military and our veterans who have served our country. If you have served this country or are currently serving, would you please stand and be recognized, and let's thank our heroes that are here tonight. As I was leaving the Capitol today, I ran into Governor Armstrong, who I think is even in the North Dakota American Legion Baseball Hall of Fame. Former Dickinson Legion baseball coach. I said, Gov, I'm coming back to Casselton, going to address the state tournament. Any words of wisdom? And he said, tell them, hustle never takes a day off. And as the governor always says, nobody cares how hard you throw a ball for. Have a great tournament.
There's a reason we elected that guy governor. That makes sense. All right, folks, we're honored tonight to welcome a special guest from the North Dakota Army National Guard's 188th Army Band, Specialist Elijah O'Sullivan, as Elijah O'Sullivan will perform our national anthem. As Specialist O'Sullivan takes position in front of the mound, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors. If you would please rise and direct your attention to the field. As presenting the colors tonight is the color guard from Post 15 right here in Casselton. Please remain standing at attention until the colors have been retired following the performance of our national anthem from Specialist Elijah O'Sullivan.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
How about another There we go. How about another round of applause for the Post 15 Color Garden Specialist O'Sullivan? That was great. Next, we'll share the reading of the American Legion Baseball Code of Conduct, a reminder of the values that guide our players, coaches, and fans throughout the tournament. And give me a moment. I have to pull them up. Sorry. Just a moment. Then we'll get to pull those up. Here we go. All right, guys. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under control in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Thank you, guys. All right, next, let's welcome Chaplain Corey Beartness. As he heads to the field, he will lead us in a moment of prayer.
Good evening. I'm Pastor Biertness. I serve a church here in town. I'm also a retired Lieutenant Colonel, United States Army, and it is my pleasure to be here this evening. Most of my adult life I have been in school. I have an Associate's Arts degree in Biblical Studies, a Bachelor's of Science degree in Education, a Master's of Divinity degree in Theology, a doctorate in Business Administration, and all that I tell you, that's to qualify what I'm about to tell you. I've studied the Bible for 45 years, and here's my conclusion. God loves baseball. And I can prove it. If you've got your Bible or your phone out, take it out, look up Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. First 4 words of the Bible. In the big inning. Huh? And in chapter 2, it says Eve stole first. And then it says Adam stole second. And Abraham sacrificed Isaac. And in Luke chapter 15, it says the Good Samaritan ran for home. And does God not have his own franchise? Los Angeles Angels. Huh? LA Angels. Yep. And trust me when I say in the Hebrew, the word amen means play ball. So, let's pray. Gracious God, we thank you for the American Legion. We thank you that there were people in 1919 that came home from war and said that we need to do something for veterans, and then later said we need to do something for young men so that they might be the type of people who could be veterans someday. And Lord, we pray that for every person here, every young man, that they would be the type of person that if the nation needed them, they could be called on, and that they would live lives that were rich with loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Gracious God, we give you this tournament. We pray that it be a great time of celebration and joy. We pray for safety for our players. We pray for good sportsmanship for our fans. And we pray for good eyesight for our umpires. Gracious God, we thank you for this evening, this beautiful earth that you've given us. And we pray all this in the name of Almighty God. Amen.
If I knew that part was in Genesis, I'd have paid a lot closer attention in Sunday school when I was a kid. Next up, it's time for ceremonial first pitches tonight. As tonight, we're honored to welcome 2 special guests to the mound. First up is Justin Fletchock. He's a native of Munich, North Dakota. Played Legion baseball for his hometown and was part of state championship teams. One moment. There we go. Part of state championship teams 1991 and 92. He earned MVP honors in 1992. Later pitching at NDSU. Was all conference twice during his time with the Bison and inducted into the NDSU Hall of Fame in 2017. He enjoyed a 6-year professional career, including 5 seasons with the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. He helped lead them to their first Northern League championship and later coached at Central Cass and for Legion teams in Munich and West Fargo. And currently serves with the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Been there for over a decade. How about a nice hand for Justin Fletchock? Next up, Scott Radloff. Native of Chaffee, 1978 graduate. Played Legion ball right here in Casselton. Went on to star in baseball at Valley City State University. Was a 4-time All-Conference player, 3-time All-District, and once an All-American athlete. He was drafted in 1982 by the Cincinnati Reds. In the minor leagues in Eugene, Oregon, hit .338, was an All-Star, and the Reds Minor League Player of the Year. Scott later coached at Central Cass and coached Post-15's Legion team to state titles in 2008 and 2010. He was inducted into both the VCSU and North Dakota Softball Halls of Fame. Scott Radloff. Tonight's flyover was performed by pilot Christopher Larson of 1941 Boeing Stearman World War II WW2 military trainer, by the way. At this time, this wraps up our opening ceremonies. All teams can exit the field as we get ready for our final game tonight, the Casselton Haymakers and the Valley City Royals. A big thank you to everyone, a lot of folks to thank who made the ceremony tonight so special. So thank you all for coming. We certainly appreciate it. We got a game to play. Casselton and Valley City. They'll get their infield in. We'll get starting lineups, and we'll get rolling here probably a little after 8 o'clock.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd, our world certified public accountant, has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
As welcome to our pregame show, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Here today, the opening ceremonies have wrapped up, which means it's time to get to our nightcap. And the hometown team in the Casselton Haymakers going up against the Valley City Royals in our nightcap here of the opening day of the 2025 State A Legion Baseball Tournament here in Casselton. Chase Miller with you. Thanks so much for tuning in to our broadcast here this evening as we continue with more coverage here from the State A Tournament, as we will get you ready for our conversations with both Coach Carpenter and also Mitch as well with the Casselton Haymakers squad. Also from there, a little bit later on, we'll get to our starting lineups, the opening pitch. That and more is still to come, so make sure you stay tuned for that, as we will be having more. But when we come back after break, we'll recap what happened earlier in the first three games and talk about how it's been the East so far that has dominated. We'll see if that continues, or will Valley City be the first team from the West to pick up a win here at this year's state tournament. That and more is still to come here on the Casselton Lumber pregame show.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As we recap what happened earlier today here on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber, it's been a theme, 5 innings of baseball, and that's it. Devils Lake defeated the Bismarck Senators by a final of 12-0. In that game, Will Heilman in with 3 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. McCarthy and Weiber came on in relief, an inning apiece as well, and they went 6 batters up and 6 batters down. Devils Lake took full advantage of 5 errors in the second inning, in which they had just 1 hit, but they had 8 runs. They were able to finish with 8 stolen bases in the game as the Devils Lake Storm picked up a 12-0 win over the Bismarck Senators in our opening game here of the State A Legion Baseball Tournament. From there, it was the Fargo Jets against the Bismarck Reps, and the Fargo Jets scored 2 runs in the top of the first inning and never fell behind that as they won 11-1 over the Bismarck Reps. In that game, a real nice performance by Christian Gomez on the mound. 5 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Also, a nice kind of combination play at the plate. Eli Emineth was one that stood out with 2 runs across on 3 hits, 3 runs driven in. He had 2 doubles, a single, and a walk. And then Harper Schultz as well with a 2-run homer to left center field. Also drove in 3 runs in the number 9 spot for the Fargo Jets. The winner of this game will have Kindred at 7:30 tomorrow night, about 24 hours from now. The loser of this game will have Minot in an elimination contest after Kindred's Eli Mack was sensational. 5 innings of work, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts in a 5-inning performance here for Mack. While at the plate, a 3-run shot in the bottom of the first inning by Fisher Johnson really put the game away for Kindred early. He finished with 3 runs driven in. McDonald had 2 RBIs and Getty had 2 RBIs. The 6, 7, and 8 batters drive in 7 of the 10 runs for Kindred in their 10-0 win in 5 innings over Minot. So the winner of this game, as we alluded to, will play Kindred tomorrow at 7:30. The loser of this game will have Minot in an elimination contest roughly at 1:30. Tomorrow's bracket also in an elimination game at 11 will be the Bismarck Senators going up against the Bismarck Reps, and then following that we'll get to Minot against the loser of this game. Evening portion of the bracket in the winner's side, Devils Lake and Fargo, the Jets, and then we'll get to Kindred and the winner of this contest. When we come back after this, we'll talk about the State B that'll be tomorrow morning in Park River about 15 hours from now. Before the B gets underway, we'll go over the opening round matchups after this. Head of our coaches' conversation, starting lineups, that and more. It's Casselton and Valley City in our nightcap here from VPT Field in Casselton.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we take a look at other matchups going on tomorrow on YourLiveEvent.com with the State B in Park River, Langdon squares off with Thompson at 10:30 in the morning. You have John Michael also with Brady Siebels on the call for you on that on Friday and Saturday. Greg Grenz will join the party on Sunday. Langdon Thompson at 10:30 tomorrow morning in Park River, also on YourLiveEvent.com. Candu will square off with Linton Ashley Wishick in the top half of the bracket of the B. Bottom half of the bracket will feature Lemoore against Renville County at 2:30. Then a nightcap roughly at 5 o'clock tomorrow. It'll be Park River against Washburn. In Park River, they are doing a rolling schedule. So if you're going to the game and you got to have game 2, game 3, or game 4, it'll be a rolling schedule. So if the first game's done an hour and a half, roughly 25 minutes after that game concludes, you'll get to first pitch of the next one. If the first game goes 2.5 hours, then same thing. You'll have roughly 25 minutes. So some kind of go more set times. Others do a rolling schedule. Park River going with the rolling schedule. That, again, is a State B baseball tournament tomorrow in Park River. You can watch it all on yourliveevent.com. Tip of the cap to Park River, who came back and won 6 consecutive Babe Ruth games in Lemoore to win a State Babe Ruth championship against a really good Casselton club. Casselton able to defeat Park River in the first game in the winner's bracket, or in the opening round, and then Park River came back and beat Casselton twice in the championship. But going back to two guys who pitched awfully well, Jackson Omdahl, 6 innings of work for Park River, 3 hits, no walks, and 12 strikeouts, and Carver Kozowski went 6 2/3 innings of work, 5 hits, and gave up just 1 run. That was in the first inning. 2 walks and 9 strikeouts. That felt like a Legion baseball game, quite frankly, between those two on the mound. We'll see what happens with more baseball coming up here throughout the course of the day, and as we get ready for the opening pitch here between Casselton and Valley City as well. Daily max, you get 105 in one game. If you throw over 30 pitches, you have to take a day off or a rest when it comes to the pitch count. 31 to 45, you have 1 day. 46 to 60, 2 days of rest in the tournament. 61 to 80 is 3, and 81 and up is 4 days of rest. And if you have that, you have today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you get into Monday. So pretty much once you throw 81 and up, you're pretty much shot for the rest of the tournament. When we come back after this, it'll be time to hear from the coaches. We'll hear from Valley City Chase Carpenter. We'll also hear from the Casselton Haymakers head coach in Mitch Shear. That and more is still to come. That's around the corner here from Casselton, from Valley Process Technologies Field on the Casselton Lumber pregame show. Find the quality lumber and materials you need to get the job done, from siding to plywood, windows, and more with Casselton Lumber. Call 701-347-4471. That's 347-4471 for a rendering of our next project. We'll continue with more after this as we get to our coaches conversation. That is next here on yourliveevent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
On our pregame show here, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. It is the final day of the opening round of the State 2025 Legion Baseball Tournament. Here with us from the Casselton Haymakers point of view is their head coach, and Mitch Shear. And Mitch, when you get to a state tournament like this, just what's the message to the club, particularly when you already knew that you were going to host it way back when, and now it's finally here, and you kind of get to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff coming together for the community as you get ready for your opening round game?
The message to the guys is it's finally here, because it's been – we've known this the whole year. We're going to be in it, and we're, staying motivated, trying to play our best ball at the right time here. And it's going to be a really cool night with what we got planned for opening ceremonies and whole community involvement with everything going on. So looking forward to just a great experience for these guys tonight for this game.
Valley City, you played them already in a non-conference game with Coach Carpenter across the way. I guess what's one thing that's going to be a challenge here later tonight against your opposition?
The challenge against them is they got some big swingers at top of the lineup. They got Powell and Samuelson and Fetch, who is a speedy guy in the base pass if he gets there. So that's going to be a big challenge for us, is trying to contain those guys.
As you get ready with your own particular player who has an opportunity to contain him in Carter Maggio, just kind of what do you want to see from him tonight on the field?
What I want to see from Carter is what I love about him. He's this competitor, and he's going to lay it all out there. And with him being this is his super senior coming back, he's been waiting for this moment, and I know he's going to be ready to get up on that mound and put in a good performance for us.
What's it like playing in front of your hometown crowd anytime, but once you get to a regional or now a state tournament like this here, Mitch?
It's always fun. It's going to be a big environment for us, and our crowd supports us, and they love cheering for us. So it's going to be a really big environment, so it should be a really fun game for us. Hopefully we play well for them.
Final thing, what must Casselton do well for 7 innings of baseball to try to get to that winner's bracket tomorrow night?
What we got to do is do what we've been doing all year. We've played really good defense, haven't given up a lot of unearned runs by making mistakes in the field, and if we can do that, play some clean ball behind Carter and Carter throwing strikes, we're going to be sitting well in good position.
Hey, Mitch, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Chase.
Again, that is Mitch Shear, the head coach for Casselton. We'll continue after this on our pregame show. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com. On our Casselton Lumber pregame show, we continue here for the final game of the day of the opening round of the State A Legion Baseball Tournament. It'll be Valley City, the 1 seed from the west, against the 4 seed from the east in Casselton. Joining us here from Valley City's perspective is their head coach, that's Chase Carpenter. Chase, what's just something you really liked from your team out in Bismarck at the West Regional that you hope to carry over here tonight against Casselton throughout the weekend at this state tournament?
Yeah, overall, I think maturity and obviously the resilience. Doesn't matter what the situation is. We got down early in obviously almost every single game, and didn't matter. Obviously, there was one game where we had a little talk just to get energy back, but we found that right away and scored 4. Game 1, we couldn't throw strikes. Guy comes in, struggled for the first 2 batters, but after that, came in and basically scored or had 5 scoreless from there. So the resilience out of that crew, doesn't matter what the situation is. It's the same attitude, same effort out of them, and that's obviously why we're able to come back in some of those games and obviously winning however many in a row. That's kind of been our key. Doesn't matter the situation. We still come back and find ways to close it.
The one thing about this particular team, Chase, what's the message from Bismarck for a couple days of little practice here and there as you get ready for, Casselton, which should be a jam-packed crowd, obviously, with Valley and Casselton here tonight. Should be a pretty good matchup as well. But what's the message to this team going into the state tournament?
Yeah, to be honest, it's been the same almost all year. We understood that the East is going to be a little bit stronger, and that's kind of been our main focus, even though on our little winning streak here. It's kind of putting everything into perspective, understanding what's coming up here with Casselton, even being the 4 seed. Obviously, we struggled with them hitting-wise up here, I should say. So it's going to be a close ball game. It's going to come down to a play or two here and there, or obviously a pitcher not being able to throw strikes. So it's going to be something simple like that I've talked about all week, and we got to make sure we're executing offensively and defensively.
Let's go through a couple of players here. Corbin Powell first. What have you liked from him so far this summer?
Yeah, obviously him being at the top of our order, he's led us in basically everything. And then defensively, being our catcher, he is, I call pitches, but obviously everything else he's calling bunt coverages, and makes things easy for all of our other guys being able to communicate that stuff out and kind of being the glue of our defense for the most part. And he can do what he does offensively without the bottom of order either. So credit to them.
With us is Chase Carpenter, head coach for Valley City. Let's go over one more player, Chase, before we let you go. Jack Samuelson, similar question. What has he provided so far this summer for you guys?
Yeah, consistency for the most part. It doesn't matter what the situation is. There's been a bunch of at-bats where he's been behind in counts. Kind of looked like he's getting beat up with a fastball, and all of a sudden he switches his timing, and there he is. Doesn't take him a bat or two. It takes him a couple pitches, and he's right at it. You don't see that usually it takes a couple of bats for kids to try and find their timing, but it's probably a couple pitches, and he figures it out right then and there.
Hey, Chase, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here today and throughout the state tournament.
Appreciate it. Thank you much.
That again, Coach Carpenter, head coach for Valley City. We'll continue on the pregame show after this. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Those pregame interviews with the coaches brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. As we continue on our Casselton Lumber pregame show, taking a look at NFL action in the preseason opener. The Hall of Fame game, Trey Lance is 6 of 8 for 59 yards and a touchdown. So Trey Lance getting the start today for the Chargers as they lead 14-0 over the Detroit Lions. But again, preseason action, Trey Lance, a nice throw so far, 6 of 8 for 59 yards and 1 touchdown. If you missed it from earlier, the Minnesota Twins traded 40% of their roster going into today. The Twins traded Correa, Duran, Jax, Varland, Stewart, Castro, Bader, Colum, and Ty France here in this particular day. You start adding up, that's 10 players at the high-end roster with the team. Traded 40% of the roster, including you could argue their 5 best 10 relievers and 5 players with 2+ years of team control remaining. So it was sell, baby, sell today for the Minnesota Twins. The Twins are back in action this weekend with a series in Cleveland, and then they will also go from Detroit after that as well. So one more time, that is the difference here for the Minnesota Twins as they decide to pretty much be sellers on the open market. This continues our Casselton Lumber pregame shows. We heard from both of the coaches. Valley City has taken their IO. Casselton now on the field next. In just a few short moments, once Casselton wraps up their IO, we will get to our starting lineups and the opening pitch as well. We'll step aside one more time on our Casselton Lumber pregame show today. Get in touch with Ross, Melissa, and the crew at Casselton Lumber at 701-347-4471 for a rendering of your next project. Home build, something small to something large. They got it all at Casselton Lumber. That again is 347-4471. Back with more here in Casselton.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
From Valley Process Technologies Field here in Casselton, North Dakota, Game 4 of 14, potentially 15 here from the State A Legion Baseball Tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com. One more time, here's what the schedule is going to bring tomorrow. It'll be at 11 o'clock in the morning. Bismarck, the Senators, will go up against the Bismarck Reps. Minot will square off with the loser of this contest at 1:30. From there, you'll have the winners portion of the bracket with Devils Lake and Fargo at 5 o'clock. And then Kindred will square off with the winner of this game at 7:30. So far in your baseball bingo card, we've had a 2-run homer, a 3-run homer, one that went to center field, one that's gone to right. Have yet to see a triple, have yet to see a squeeze play. Well, we've seen strikeouts, have yet to see a twin killing as well in terms of a double play on your baseball bingo card for day number 1. A lot of stolen bases, 3 unassisted, got a 1-6-3 off a ricochet from earlier, so it's starting to fill up. Still see what has the final game in store for us here with Casselton and Valley City. It's now time to get to our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. That is crystalsugar.com. One more time, that is crystalsugar.com as we take a look at our 3-man cam here today. We'll have one in center field for your pitcher and home plate. The lights are turned on. Also have your pickoff cam at first, and then high on top of the press box will be the third camera here as well being in use. For Casselton, the visitors, the Haymakers, the 4 seed from the east. Jack Everson, the shortstop, will be batting on the number 1 spot. Logan Broughton will be batting second, the left fielder here for Casselton. Carter Maggio on the mound. The pitcher will be in the 3rd spot. Ron Osmondstead, the right fielder, the cleanup batter here today for Casselton. Keegan Peterson, the 3rd baseman, batting 5th, with Grayson Lewis, the catcher, batting 6th. Bryce Mueller, the 1st baseman, batting 7th, with Aiden Thummel, the designated hitter, batting 8th. Brody Cagley, the 2nd baseman, batting 9th. And Lucas Christensen will be in straightaway center field here today for Casselton. Again, Everson, Broughton, Maggio, Osmondstead, Peterson, Lewis, Mueller, Thummel, Cagley, and Christensen here today for the Haymakers. Casselton head coach is Mitchell Shear. Mitch, also assistant coaches is Nick Holm and Travis Jones. From there, we get to the Valley City Royals and their starting 9 here today for head coach Chase Carpenter. Also, you got Matt Fetch, the assistant coach, and Spencer Fetch is the ball boy here this evening for the Royals. Valley City will go like this. Corbin Powell, the catcher, batting leadoff. Trevor Fetch, Matt Sun batting second at short. Jack Samuelson, the third baseman, batting third. From there, Parker Rolsema, the left fielder, batting in the cleanup spot. James Schwer, the pitcher, batting fifth. Andrew Sikora, the first baseman, batting sixth, with Will Schwer, the second baseman, batting seventh. Adam Shaneko, the designated hitter, eighth, with Bryson Heck, the center fielder. He'll be in straightaway center, and then Leighton Hendrickson also in the outfield here today in right field. So one more time for the Royals: Powell, Fetch, Samuelson, Rolsema, Schwer, Sikora, Schwer. That's James, then Will, Shaneko, Heck, and then Hendrickson here for the Valley City Royals. Our umpiring crew of Quinn Irie, Jeff Hammond, and Taylor Fuse here tonight for game number 4. That is our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. That's crystalsugar.com. Again, crystalsugar.com. As we get to the opening pitch here, just a few minutes after the 8 o'clock hour, Casselton just about wrapping up their I.O. The umpires will come in from center field. We'll have a nice handshake at home plate between both Mitch and Chase Carpenter. The exchange of the lineup cards. They'll get to the Legion in terms of the pledge, and then we'll be off and rolling here for game number 4. Can the East find a way to earn a sweep over the West, or can the West number 1 seed and the West Region champs and the Valley City Highlanders spare a win for the West and get a date with Kindred tomorrow? We'll find out what that and more still to come here today on yourliveevent.com. If you missed any of our game coverage from earlier, simply go to our website or subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch all the games for free on demand, and also always fun to talk with the winning player or two as we get to our post-game interviews throughout the course of the day as well. So again, you can go back and listen to some of those conversations here in Casselton. A reminder, the State B is tomorrow in Park River. AA continues out in Williston, as the winner of AA will make their way to Fargo and contend with Fargo Post 400 and some of the best across the tri-state area in the Central Plains Regional as well. But that does it for our starting lineup. Says we'll come back and put a bow on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Valley City, the home team on the scoreboard as the higher seed. Casselton will be the visitors, the East 4 versus the West 1. That and more still to come on a picturesque night at the Ball Yard here in Casselton.
Homegrown Local Radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we go through our weather forecast here ahead of first pitch at the Ball Yard, currently 70 degrees, overcast skies, haze continues. There has been a little wind that has blown out to right field, but for the most part, it's been a pretty good day, particularly from the opening field ceremonies where you had parachuters come down, you had a color guard, you also had a flyover, so a nice day at the ballpark without question. Already tomorrow, August the 1st, and then just a few short weeks for folks for both college and high school until we get to the opening day. Looks like pretty nice weather tomorrow and on Saturday as well when you're coming out to Casselton. So looking to continue to roll here on yourliveevent.com. It's Valley City and it's Casselton for game number 4 here of the State A Legion baseball tournament. Mentioned a little bit about Trey Lance having a good night in the first quarter against the Detroit Lions. Obviously the flurry of trades that happened today for the Minnesota Twins. Now the question is, will the Haymakers defend home turf, or will Valley City find a way to get into the second round here and represent the West? Just how the State A Legion tournament in the West region is bracketed. similar to high school where sometimes Valley, Jamestown, Devils Lake in recent years has maybe been to the west for a few teams. It's the same here this season where Valley City finds themselves in the west where they have been for the majority of Legion baseball for a while now, just with how the breakdown with teams in the east compared to teams in the west. The B, the A, and double A all rolling tomorrow as they continue with the introductions here for the Haymakers, as they will be out in their black tops here this evening, the white pants with white numerals and lettering outlined in red with that black cap and the Haymakers logo out in front here for Casselton. Well, for the Valley City Highlanders, we'll see the Royals, and we've seen them in a multitude of different colors, but they will go with their Columbia blue tops, the white numerals with the white pants with the royal blue stripe down the side here for Valley City. The royal blue hats with the VC out in front in white as well as they go through their respective roster coming up on the field here for head coach Chase Carpenter and the Valley City Royals. It's been all 10-run rules in 5 innings. We'll see if that continues or only get to play a 6 or 7 inning baseball game today. That's the one question to find out here as these teams are ready to take the field and see who's going to join the Fargo Jets, Kindred, and Devils Lake. The East 1 in Devils Lake, the East 3 in Fargo, and the East 2 in Kindred have all advanced to the winner's bracket. That does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Find the quality lumber and materials you need to get the job done with Casselton Lumber. From siding to plywood, windows, and more, get in touch with Casselton Lumber at 701-347-4471. That's 701-347-4471 for a rendering on your next project at Casselton Lumber. We're back with the opening pitch next in Casselton. It's Valley City, the Royals, going up against Casselton, the Haymakers, to put a bow on day number 1 of the 2025 State 8 Legion Tournament here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
It's been about as close to a picturesque day that you could ask for. If you're a fan of kite flying, this is not the day for you. It's not windy. But if you're a fan of just, enjoying some baseball, having a hot dog and a water at the park, today has been about as good of a day as you could ask for. Not too muggy, not too windy, just a nice summer's day here as we wrap up the month of July here from Casselton. From Valley Process Technologies Field, I'm Chase Miller as we get you ready for the first pitch here in this contest. Jack Everson, Logan Brunton, and Carter Maggio, top third of the lineup, going to have a chance to square off with James Schwer in the circle. Powell at the catcher spot. Samuelson at third base with Fetch at short. Will Schwer, James's brother, at second. Sikora stands at first. You have Rolsema in right, Heck in center, and Hendrickson in left field here today for Valley City. Earlier in the day, you could tell the heat coming up from the turf, and now with the lights on, cooler off a little bit. As we said, it's about picturesque. Even you can see from the back with some of the flags here behind home plate towards the concession stand, and nice crowd on hold here in Casselton. Everson, Broughton, and Maggio, first pitch just a few minutes after the 8 o'clock hour. And we'll find out who's going to put themselves in a spot to get to the winner's bracket and who's in an elimination game tomorrow at 1:30 against Minot. Righty-righty matchup, opening pitch at 8:07, and Game 4 is underway, and James Schwer delivers a strike. As you would expect with the last game of the day being one of the best in terms of crowds, with folks up the first and third base line. Now it's 0-2. Also, it helps when you got the hometown team in Valley City only about 40 miles away to make the trek down interstate. The 0-2 pitch. Nearly a strike three. The Valley City Royal faithful were waiting for the hook, and so it'll be 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Jack Everson. 1-2 breaking ball. That'll miss. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way. There's this one. Is going to miss for a ball. Works the count full here for Jack after falling behind. No balls and 2 strikes. You will see pitch number 6 of the at-bat. Schwer with the pitch. 3-2. Going to be a little line drive that'll go to the second baseman. It goes down to a knee with Will Schwer. And there's one down as Logan Broughton will come up to the plate. About 325 down the field in left. Center about 350. And right field just over 300 down in right. Right field, you got the grove of trees out to about center. Center, then you get to see the school district from the elementary to the high school. Down the left field line to the parking lot. As this one is delivered a strike, it's 0-1 to Logan Broughton. Broughton's got speed to burn if he can get on the base pass here for Casselton. Schwer looking to get ahead 0-2 as he's able to do so. 6 pitches to record. Jack Everson on an out. Logan Broughton now, pitch number 9 of the inning, gets ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 all out of the zone now, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 down here in the top of the first inning. The 1-2 pitch. That'll work up now 2-2. As the Haymakers working some counts so far early against James Schwer. A 6-pitch at-bat, now a 5-pitch at-bat. Strike 3 looking, and Schwer gets his first strikeout as Broughton is retired. 2 down. Here on the top of the first inning, now it goes to Carter Maggio. Sikora at first base. Get back on at the mound here for James Schwer. Powell behind the plate. So far, James Schwer attacking the zone, and when he's missing, getting somewhat around it, but these Casselton batters haven't gone chasing so far, and on 3 straight batters, Schwer gets a 0-1 count here to an ever-dangerous hitter in Carter Maggio. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball out in front, popped up. Powell giving chase alongside with Sikora. Powell can't glove it. Right in front of the Casselton Haymakers bench, Sikora gave way. Powell tried to almost really maze it, if you will, with the under-the-shoulder type of catch with the glove. Almost a basket catch. So 0-2. It would have been a tough play for Powell, but it had a chance to be a 3-up, 3-down inning. Still can do so here with Schwer if he can get Maggio out, but Maggio with another strike. The 0-2 going to be hit on the ground. This will be a tough play. Samuelson will come in, can't grab it as it bobbles from Samuelson, and then Fetch couldn't do much with it at short. Carter Maggio is able to get aboard, and there's a runner on here at first. So an error on the play by Samuelson, who bobbled that one, as we'll have a courtesy runner coming in here for the Haymakers, as Carter Nelson will come on for the pitcher here with Maggio. So Nelson at first base, as he is being held on by Sikora, as we see it there. We'll see what Casselton does if they try to put Nelson in motion. As he takes his lead off of first, James Schwer works from the stretch. Now Ryan Osmonstead, the right fielder, at the plate, batter number 4 here in the Casselton lineup. This will be in the turf, and Powell did a good job getting enough of that to not allow the runner Nelson to break to second base. Be the first batter of the game that has worked with a 1-0 count here against James Schwer. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Ryan. Foul back, it's 1-1. Runner at first base here with Nelson has been held at both first and the second pitch. We'll see what the sign is for Mitch Scher. As Scher, the head coach here, delivers the signs up the third base line. Here's the 1-1 offering. Long hold by Schwer. This will be swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Little soft line drive out to Will Schwer at second. Logan Broughton struck out looking. Carter Maggio able to reach base on an Aaron Nelson on the courtesy runner. Now it's 1-2 here to Ryan. Osmonstead looking for the first base hit of the game for Casselton, while Schwer is looking for a tidy top half of the inning. Swing and a miss. And James gets his second strikeout, and that'll retire Casselton here in inning number 1. As we head to the bottom of the first, it's scoreless on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Broadcasting here today from the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency broadcast booth. From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. For more information, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. Powell, Fetch, and Samuelson here for Valley City to lead things off in the bottom of the third inning. Broughton will be in left field with Christensen in center. Ryan Osmond-Stead stands in right. Mueller at first with Kangley at second. Everson stands at shortstop with Peterson at third. Lewis behind the plate, and Carter Maggio will be on the mound here this evening for the Haymakers. First time through for the lineup here for Valley City, and a chance to see Carter Maggio. Valley City, the West Region champs out in Bismarck, able to come away with a West Region title and trying to carry that momentum here into Casselton. Casselton knew already that they were going to be here no matter what kind of regular season or East Regional they were going to have. And sometimes talking with coaches as Powell takes a ball, that's a good and bad thing in terms of your season's going to end at state. But sometimes you might hear coaches and say maybe you have a little bit relaxed feel coming into the season. You don't maybe bring that energy as much because you know you're going to make state. But other years it works out just as good as if you don't. This one has popped up. Peterson camps underneath it and nearly took one step too far up the line. But it will be an out for a pop-out. And there will be one down. But every team is different that hosts a state tournament. Some years you're loaded. Other years, you know what? It just, in terms of players, maybe injuries, those who have graduated and unable to play anymore, just kind of depends on the situation. One down here as Carter Maggio misses outside to the lefty in Trevor Fetch. 1 ball, no strikes. Maggio with the 1-0 offering. I'll be right down Main Street for a strike. Here it's 1-1. As we'll see the 1-1 offering. This will be hit foul. It's now 1-2. Regardless, would like to thank those who have allowed us to be here at the State A, from the Casselton Baseball Association to our sponsors. We'll talk with Brent back in January already, asking what the opening weekend would be and if we can put it on our calendar. Able to work with them as it's now 2-2. Happy to be here. Game 4 of 14 or Game 4 of 15. The 2-2. Good foul again here for Trevor Fetch. As we'll keep it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice night at the ballpark. You got a handful of teams watching this one after the opening round ceremonies. The 2-2. Grounder. This one will be off the glove of the third baseman Peterson as Everson had a chance at it. Taking the turnaround first is going to be Fetch. If Peterson lets it go into the glove of Everson, there might have been a play at first, but regardless, because trying to lay out and give all that he had was Peterson hit the glove, and Fetch will get aboard here with the first base runner of the game for Valley City. They'll give it an E5 off the glove of Peterson. Again, he went for the stretch, just bounced off his glove. If he lets it through to Everson, who knows what would have happened at first. But regardless, Valley City gets a runner on with 1 down here as Maggio from the stretch delivers. And this one will miss on the zone as we take a look at Mueller holding on Fetch at first base. Let's see what Chase Carpenter wants to do here if you want to put Fetch in motion. Possibly a hit and run with a guy like Samuelson. Talk with Mitch from Casselton. He mentioned the top half of the lineup here for Valley City's got some heavy hitters who can put the ball in play. Fetch was able to do so there. The 1-0. This one will be a foul tip. It's now 1-1. Samuelson, then from there it's Rolsema here for Valley City. One ball and one strike. The 1-1. This one will be in the turf, blocked by Lewis. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. For the Haymakers in the second, 5, 6, and 7 batters due up with Keegan Peterson. Well, for Valley City, trying to take the first lead of the game with a runner aboard. 2-1 is smoked down the left field line, and that ball is fair or foul. It just is foul. As it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you would have had the fair foul pole another 10, 20 feet, who knows what would have happened. But that was right down the left field line. The home plate umpire immediately called foul, but not by much. As Bob Euchre once said, that's a long strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and what was maybe one of the harder hit balls of the tournament so far. But it will go foul. The 2-2 popped him. Lewis loses the mask, fires towards the backstop, and he makes the catch. Oh, Lewis was able to make a good one as he runs into the backstop for the pop-out, and you go from a 2-run homer from Samuelson potentially to a pop-out to the catcher, and there's 2 down. So far, the team that has scored first today has won every game and 10-run ruled their opponent. And the Highlanders were about maybe a foot away as the pick sliding back safely as Fetch. As Samuelson was close from hitting one out. Instead, now it goes to Parker Rolsema, the left fielder. Another pick play. Fetch, not in time. Here for Maggio. Close at first with the applied take from Mueller, but Fetch able to get the corner of the bag and slide in safely. As now you have Maggio working back from the stretch. Runners in a break, swing and a miss, and this one goes off the hands of Lewis into short center field. It will be a stolen base here for Fetch. It'll be 0-1 here with Rolsema, and now it's going to be a runner in scoring position. So you just kind of had an inkling once you get to 2 outs, sometimes you're going to put a runner in motion, whether it's a straight steal or a hit and run, and try to see if you can get the runner to get a little bit closer to home, able to do so. The 0-1, Maggio on the inner side of the plate, but just misses, now 1-1. Batter number 4 here for Valley City for the Royals. Here's the 1-1 pitch upcoming. Good breaking ball by Maggio. Pulls the string, now 1-2. A pop-out, a reach base, and an error, and a pop-out so far here for Valley City against Maggio. The 1-2 offering. Another breaking ball. This one underneath the glove of Peterson into left field. Rounding third base on his way home is going to be Fetch. And the Royals slide in with the opening run. Valley City takes the opening lead here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Second error of the inning. This one again on the third baseman. Trying to backhand the play there by Peterson. As you'll see, a 1-0 lead now for Valley City, and they'll try to keep the 2-out magic going here as they're looking for their first into the game with James Schwer. And Schwer sees a fly ball hit in the air to left. Broughton in front of the warning track will make the catch on one pitch to retire the side. There were no runs, no hits, 2 errors, and a runner left. We played 1 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We have a new score. Valley City 1, Casselton scoreless coming to the plate.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Top of the second inning on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to DHB.Bank. Carter Maju, an inning of work, 2 errors behind him, does give up 1 run, no walks and no strikeouts. Well, first inning for James Schwer, 17 pitches, able to get 2 strikeouts, no walks, and no hits as we head to the top of the second inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you from Casselton. Peterson, Lewis, and Mueller, 5, 6, and 7 batters here for the Haymakers as this one misses on the outer part of the plate. It's now 1-0. Here's the 1-0 offering. This will go foul. It's 1-1. Still got time to come on down to Casselton. Enjoy Kat Perkins after the game. Her set's going to roll at around 9:30, so about an hour from now at the Vets Club. Go till about 11:30 tonight. Check out the Vets Club as well for some good food throughout the weekend here in Casselton, as this one is swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Also, if you bring your kids to the ballpark, they have been vultures on foul balls because you get a buck a ball. So you can use that at the concession stand. Ice cream and more. The 1-2 hit right dead center, right in front of Heck. He couldn't do much with it. A nice swing by Peterson as he's able to climb aboard for the first base hit of the game for either club, and a runner's at first here for the Haymakers. Grayson Lewis, the catcher, will dig in now as he gets the different signal from Mitch up the third baseline. As you see, Peterson take his lead off of first. Sikora holding him on. Schwer. Here comes a bunt opportunity. Hit right back to the pitcher. It's a slow roller and fielded nicely. As you'll see it here to Sikora. So sacrifice bunt by Lewis. Gets the runner into scoring position now at Peterson. So you're trading out for 90 feet of real estate as the tying run gets into scoring position. Bryce Mueller, the 7th batter here for the Haymakers, comes up to the plate. As the righty with James Schwer against the righty here in Bryce Mueller. This one will be called a strike. It's 0-1. Go through the first 2 rounds of the tournament. It is your half of the bracket until you get to round 3. In terms of teams are going to seed the 0-1. As this is called a strike now, 0-2. First 2 games, winners and losers square off with each other tomorrow. If you lost them, you play each other, you win. Same thing for Games 3 and Games 4. Coming out to the ballpark tomorrow. Coverage gets underway at 11 o'clock here in Casselton. Here's the 0-2 offering. As Schwer sees a pop-up, playable, Powell in foul territory, and Sikora. Who's going to get it this time? The catcher. Oh, what a snow cone catch here by Powell. Powell almost saw it go out of his glove one more time. Instead makes the play, and there's 2 down. As it goes here to the plates, as Thummel will be coming up, and then Brody Kegley on the on-deck circle, then back to the top of the lineup here for Casselton. A game that's 20 minutes old here in the top of the second inning. One cool thing, if you come to the ballpark, whether you're the home team or the visiting team, they've had walk-up music for every player that's came up. So it gives the players a little extra feeling like you're at your home ballpark. 2 down here as Thummel will take for a ball. It's 1-0. Runner at second base is Keegan Peterson. A leadoff single. Sacrifice bunt by Lewis. Able to get him over to second base. For Valley City, the Royals, Sikora, Will Schwer, and Shenanko, 6, 7, and 8 batters due up here for Valley City. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Thummel. There's James Schwer. Sees this one miss just off the plate. Now 2-0. Schwer, part of that Barnes County North Co-op when it talks to high school athletics with Valley City, as these two teams are switching divisions when it comes to football here in the fall. 2-0 pitch. That'll be off the glove of Powell. That'll allow Peterson to scamper to third base. Be now 3-0. Valley City will go down to the A division for football while Central Cass moves up to AA. As Casselton's first game this season will be Watford City here in Casselton. While on the opposite side for Valley City, they will play the likes of Sargent County, Lisbon. You also will see from there Hillsborough, Central Valley on the schedule here for Valley City coming up in the fall. 3-0. See if Thummel gets the green light. James Schwer, 4-pitch walk. This one gets by the catcher Powell, but not by much. Powell at the plate, applies the tag, barehanded, and retired at home is Peterson. So you get the walk by Thummel, but Powell able to block it enough to where it didn't go all the way to the backstop. He barehands it and able to stretch and essentially punch Peterson before he was able to make it to home plate on the tag. So caught stealing for out number 3. There were no runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left on board as we make our way to the bottom of the second inning on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Valley City leads by a run.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Bottom of the second inning here on yourliveevent.com as we go to Socorro. Will Schwer and Adam coming up after that. Sheneko here due up for Valley City here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. So Socorro, the first baseman. We'll see against Carter Maggio after the haymakers called out at home, and it was the right play as Powell did beat him by about a foot by the time the slide came. This will be an inside-out swing. Socorro gets a nice base hit into left. 1 pitch. Valley City gets a runner on. That's their first base hit of the contest against Maggio. As now Mueller will hold on Socorro. As you see, Will Schwer, the second baseman, takes a look at their head coach and Chase Carpenter for the sign. And in similar position, a matter of bunting with the number 7 batter. I'm going to hit and run. See what the play is put on with Socorro at first. Here's the bunt opportunity, and this one will go to the backstop. It's now 0-1. Well, here's a stat for you since last year. The Minnesota Twins, since August the 1st of last season, are 73-89 since last year for baseball. 73-89 for Twins from a year ago in terms of their record. The 0-1, as they will take it back. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. And they had a wholesale fire sale today. Kind of like going to a garage sale. If you wanted a Twins player, you got one for the right price. You could haggle. Who found a diamond in the rough? Here's the 1-1. Bunting, this one up in the air. They got one, a chance for 2. Yes, sir! A double play, and out at first is Socorro. Bunted in the air. Lewis able to make the catch. Throws out to Mueller for a twin killing. 3-2 double play, something you don't put in the score. 2-3 double play, excuse me. Something you don't put in the score column at much for those scoring at home. And there's going to be a strike. It's 0-1 here to Adam Sheneko. So can that be the shot in the arm that Casselton needs the next time they head to the plate? Maggio works ahead, 0-1. Now it's going to be 0-2 on the way to Maggio. Then it goes to Bryson Heck. Casselton, 9-1-2 batters due up in the third with Kegley, Everson, and Logan Broughton. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball. As Maggio's looking for his first strikeout here today for the Haymakers. No balls, 2 strikes to the number 2 batter, number 8 batter, and this is laced, gloved there by Mueller, and Mueller will take it 3 unassisted to retire the side. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We played 2 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Valley City leads by a run as we head to the 3rd.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we get a Kindred Storage pitching change here, James Schwer, 2 innings of work, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, 30 pitches, so he can come back and pitch tomorrow. It's 1-30, 31-45 is 1 day, so Chase Carpenter is going to make the move. 1-0 Valley City with the lead. This pitching change will be a straight switch, so James Schwer will go behind the plates, while the previous catcher in Corbin Powell now will take the mound here for Valley City. So Powell will be coming out on the straight switch. That is pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. Call 428-3121 for storage units on the north side of Kindred that are affordable, secure, and have easy access with Kindred Storage. So Kegley, Everson, and Broughton, Schwer were able to get through 8 batters. 2 strikeouts in the first. Able to get a pop-out, sacrifice bunt, and runner caught at home in inning number 2. In a game that got underway about a half hour ago here today in Casselton, head to the 3rd, as Casselton will look to tie the game up, while for Valley City, bringing a reliever in here in the 3rd and trying to continue to throw strikes, work ahead on batters. That was one thing. James Schwer was efficient in the 1st and the 2nd. Rarely got behind on a 3-0, 2-0 kind of account. Normally worked ahead on an 0-1 or an 0-2. Kegley bats from the left-hand inside, trying to be a table setter here for the top of the lineup. First pitch swinging, look out. That one close to the Valley City dugout as they scattered like the 4th of July fireworks. Or about 4 of them there. It will go as a strike. About another foot up, that could have possibly hit the top of the railing, and a little more interesting as we have the 0-1. Good spot for a strike. It's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Kegley, who's got a battle now against Powell. Powell sees this one. Kegley spells it for a strike. It's 0-2. Casselton, the Haymakers, against the Royals of Valley City. Always fun to see Legion and Babe Ruth teams a little different from the high school. Kind of get to see what maybe that baseball program or softball program is a little bit more about. The 0-2. Just out of the zone now, 1-2. Valley City's put a lot of money into Charlie Brown Field. That is a very nice baseball venue at the side of the hill up the first base side there to enjoy a game. And the city of Bridges, here in Casselton, they put a lot of money into this field as well, as Kegley hits another foul ball, particularly with the grandstands to the dugouts to now the turf here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kegley. Pitch number 5 of the at-bat upcoming here to the number 9 batter. As Powell has the 1-2. Kegley hits one on the ground. This will be gloved there by Fetch on a slide. Picks up, and this unable to make the throw across the diamond as Kegley is able to get aboard. As Kegley will get aboard with the single after he would have beat the runner or beat the throw at first, so Kegley is able to get aboard. As you'll see the second hit of the game here for the Haymakers. Now it goes to Everson, as Everson will see this one miss inside for a ball. 1-0 in the previous inning. In the second, Peterson got a single. Lewis earned a sacrifice bunt. We'll see what the option is here with a runner at first here for Casselton. The 1-0 upcoming from Powell. Runner stays put. Breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike here upcoming. Runner is going to stay put. This one will go to the third baseman. Samuelson has to spin, turn, fire. Not in time. It's another infield single for the Haymakers. Samuelson did just about everything that he could. He had the car wash. He spun. He threw a bullet to Sikora. But Jack Everson legs out an infield single here, and Powell has faced 2 batters, and 2 batters have been able to reach base here. As you see Everson there at first base. Now it's to Logan Broughton, another speedster here, and infield port for Casselton. Now we'll take a strike. It's 0-1. Broughton struck out looking his last time up in inning number 1. As we kind of see the sun starting to set in the western skies with that smoky haze. Here's the pitch. This one by Schwer able to keep it close. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike here. And for Casselton, they've left a runner on in both the first and second innings, trying to avoid that fate here in the third. This will be hit on the ground. This one is going to be stopped by the third baseman, Samuelson. But unfortunate for Samuelson, he stopped it, played it in front of him. If he's able to glove it, he probably steps and gets the runner out at third instead. With the hop, you'll see now Kegley to third base, Everson to second, Logan Broughton able to reach base. Bases are going to be full, and that'll be a quick meeting on the mound here for Chase Carpenter, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. So a single, followed by that. You'll give that another one. Bases are full, nobody out, and nowhere to put Carter Maggio at the plate. Powell has thrown some nice pitches, just has been unfortunate with some of the plays behind him so far that has allowed Casselton to fill him up here in the third inning. And now all of a sudden for Valley City, trying to minimize the damage here. But for Casselton, sometimes it's tough to get that first run across, and that's exactly what Maggio is hoping to do here with a productive outer, see if he can put one in the outfield. Maggio 0 for 1, able to reach base on an E5. Only been a couple of errors so far in the inning here in this game. As this can be hit right back up the middle. Fetch gets one, a chance to turn 2 across the diamond in time. 6-4-3 on the double play. Kegley comes in to score. Everson goes to third. Broughton is retired. And there's 2 down after the quick meeting on the mound, and we're tied at 1 apiece. So if you're Valley City, you'll very much take the 2 outs for the run, but now can Casselton drive in the runner at third here in Everson? Ryan Osmond said we'll take one off the plate. It'll be a ball. It's 1-0. As the Haymakers trying to put a crooked number up and take their first lead of the game. There's the 1-0 pitch. That'll work in and hit him. Osmondstead will take first base here. Looks to be all right. No, it's to Peterson. This is our first tie in any one of the ball games that was not 0-0. So first tie of the day here in the opening round of this State A Legion Baseball Tournament. And with 2 down now, runners at the corners here for the Haymakers. So Everson stands at third. Ryan stands at first. Kegley already in. And there's 2 down here in the bottom. Make that the top of the 3rd inning. As this will miss. Now 1-0. Have yet to see the squeeze here on our baseball bingo card. 1 ball, no strikes. As the third baseman, Samuelson, keeping the runner close with Everson as much as he can at third. Here's the 1-0. This will be hit on the ground, gloved by the third baseman. Samuelson flips it across the diamond, 5-3 on the putout to retire the side. There was 1 run in the inning, but they'll leave 2. As we head to the 3rd, tied at 1.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we get to our Casselton Lumber in-game update for games from earlier today, Devils Lake with a 12-0 win over the Bismarck Senators in 5. The Fargo Jets defeat the Fargo Reps 11-1 in 5 innings. And Kindred over mine at 10 love in 5 innings as well. That's an in-game update from games that happened earlier today, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Call 701-347-4471. That's 701-347-4471 for a rendering on your next project, big or small, at Casselton Lumber here in Casselton, just a few short blocks south from the ballpark. Bottom of the 3rd inning from Valley Process Technologies Field. Powell with 16 pitches in inning number 3. Now it goes to Carter Maggio for his 3rd inning of work. 26 pitches so far for Maggio on the mound. As we'll see it here. Foul back to Bryson Heck. That's now 0-1. Heck blew out of his own shoes during the Barnes County basketball tournament. He did it before, so he had a second pair with him. That tells you the kind of player Bryson Heck is when you blow out your own shoes in basketball. The 0-1 will be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes as Heck falls behind the count here against Maggio. Maggio looking for his first punch out, then he'll go back to Corbin Powell here. Here's the 0-2 offering on the way. Breaking ball inside, now 1-2. Valley City sent 5 batters to the plate in the first, a 3-up, 3-down second. But they did have Sikora eventually get on a double play with Will Schwer. Swing and a miss. Maggio with the strikeout. Lewis hangs on behind the plate, and there's 1 down. So first time through the lineup for Maggio, 2 1/3. 1 hit against with Andrew Sikora, 1 run that was unearned, and 1 strikeout. And it goes to Corbin Powell. Powell with a pop-up his last time up. Breaking ball. It's now 1-0. State B Legion continues, or opens up play, that is, tomorrow in Park River, while the Double-A continues in Williston. 1-0 pitch, little chin music. It's now going to be 2-0. Day 2 of 5 here from the State A tomorrow at 11 o'clock. 4 more games here from Valley Process Technologies Field. The 2-0 pitch hit in the air. This one's got a little juice to it to left center, and that one will one-hop the wall, hit the top of the wall, and go over for a ground rule double. It'll be a ground rule double on the way for Corbin Powell, as that's an extra base hit here for Powell. So a double on the way. That's going to be the second hit of the game, and Powell able to get to second base here. Now it goes to Trevor Fetch. Fetch reached base on an air, stolen base, and a run scored here for Fetch. As Powell was able to put a good swing on it, barreled up, and right when it went off the bat, we're wondering if in center field Christensen could get there. As we'll see it with Maggio and the pitch. We call the strike. Working on the inside here against Fetch. It's 0-1. Valley City trying to string some hits together here. Top of the lineup, second time through against Maggio. Here's the 0-1. That'll be called a strike on the outer part of the plate. Now 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Maggio works ahead on Fetch. 0-2 pitch is foul back as Fetch is able to stay alive. Chokes up on the bat a little bit here. That's the hard toss and righty in Maggio after Powell gets into scoring position with a double. Here's the 0-2 offering. Breaking ball. They get the outs at short. Nice play by Everson to glove it on the soft line drive. As there's 2 down here in the top of the, make that the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now with Samuelson with a pop out his last time up that went to Lewis behind the plates. As we'll see it here for Valley City trying to get that run back in the top half of the frame and play with a 1-run lead going into the 4th at least. Well, Casselton would like a chance to take their first lead of the game in the 4th. As this will miss outside for a ball, it's 1-0. State A Legion Tournament and the State B Legion Tournament here in North Dakota, your home on yourliveevent.com. Here's the 1-0 from Maggio. That'll work out of the zone as well now, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here to Samuelson. 2-0, there's a fly ball, a towering fly that'll go into the gap. Christensen and Broughton, who's going to call for it? Broughton does, just getting underneath it is Samuelson. And Samuelson is retired on the fly out to left. There was no runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left. So 1-out double goes awry. We're tied at 1 as we head to the top of the 4th here in Casselton.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Top of the 4th inning as we're halfway home here in this one as we hit to the top of the 4th for Casselton. Lewis, Mueller, and Thummel, the 6, 7, and 8 batters to up as Powell is on for his 2nd inning of work. 16 pitches in relief so far after taking over for James Schwer, who was taken out after 30 pitches. Simply put, well, you got to play the chess scheme that is a state tournament where Schwer can pitch again tomorrow. You get 105 pitches max for a daily max. It's just a matter about different chess pieces you can put on the board, and if you feel like you can use them tomorrow, whether it's in a winner's bracket or a loser out game, we still got to have enough confidence in a guy like Powell or whoever else comes in to try to slam the door shut here against Casselton as Powell works ahead against Lewis. Lewis with a sacrifice bunt his last time up to move Peterson to second base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. That'll be just off the plate. It's 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike here as Powell sees his foul back. It's going to be 1-2. Casselton so far 1 run across. They've been able to get 3 hits in the second and the third. A couple of errors. They've left 4 for Valley City. 1 run across as well on 2 hits. They've left 2 runners on, and they also have committed a couple errors here tonight. The 1-2. Oh, bounce to James Schwer will be now 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on the way. There's the 2-2 offering upcoming here to Lewis. That'll miss, now makes the count full at 3-2. Taking a look at Trey Lance tonight, 11-16 with 102 yards for the Chargers and 2 passing touchdowns here for Trey Lance. So a nice start for Trey, being a backup to Justin Herbert in Los Angeles with the Chargers. A 3-2 popped up in the air. The second baseman, Will Schwer, goes out into short right. Does a nice job there for Will, and there's 1 down to begin things off here in the top of the 4th inning. Now to Mueller. Mueller popped up his last time up to James Schwer. This has the makings of who might score next, might be the team that wins. Both teams have had bigger opportunities to cash in, but there's just 1 run across so far for both. Off-speed pitch by Powell out of the zone 1-0. Most competitive game in terms of a score after 3 innings. At this time in the first 3, it's been already a 4-0, 5-0, 7-0 kind of a game. As this will work outside now, 2-0. Casselton, the 4th seed from the east. Valley City, the number 1 seed from the west. Not separated by too many miles, though, on 94. Hit in the air. This will go to right center field, and that one has a chance to get to the warning track and a 1-hop and go to the wall as Mueller rounds first and Hard charges for second. It's a 1-out ringing double, and Casselton gets a runner in scoring position. So able to get another hit here for Casselton. That'll be their 4th of the contest. Nice swing there by Mueller. Now it's the Thummel as Chase Carpenter will make a pitching change here in this one. We'll let you know about it next. Pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage here on your liveevent.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
I get some different changes here. So Powell's going to go back behind the plates. Heck goes from center to the pitcher. From there, take a look at some of the different numbers. The third baseman will be James Schwer at third base, as now you have Samuelson at shortstop. Fetch goes to second. Sikora still at first base. And then you got Will Schwer in left field. Ralsima stands in center. And then in right field, you're going to have Hendrickson. So Hendrickson now in right field. Ralsima goes to center, and Will Schwer goes to left. So the only player who's the same is Sikora. Otherwise, 8 have switched after the change here on yourliveevent.com. Brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. Go to Kindred Storage at 428-3121. So Heck will come on for his first opportunity. As this will come in, and this one will one-hop all the way towards the backstop. Going into third base is going to be Mueller. But number 8, again, Valley City. Will Schwer stands in left. Ralsima in center. Taking a look at it. And then, again, in right field one more time will be number 4 in Hendrickson. As you have the infield coming in, the 1-0 pitch. Ooh, almost had some chin music there to Aiden Thummel. Now 2-0. These are the situations, too, sometimes. If you don't get the bats going, you might put a safety squeeze or a suicide squeeze. Let the runner see the play put out. Here's a 2-0. Bluffing, taking a strike. It's 2-1. But also then you see what the defense does. You saw the third baseman and James Schwer hard charge down the line. As he's going to go about even with the runner at third base right now. As Heck will come on here with a 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Chase Carpenter going into his bag of Chinese checkers right now with how he's having these guys come on of 2 innings, of an inning and so far of a third, and trying to get Heck, the third pitcher, into the game to try to get a strike. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 looking, and Heck gets the strikeout. As there's 2 down and a large strikeout at that. Now to Brody Kegley. Kegley reached base on an error with the run scored later on. He came in after a double play by Carter Maggio with no outs. But Casselton would like to play with the lead, while Heck would like to take it a 1-1 game to the bottom half of the inning. This will be a high Baltimore chop. Heck will make the play, throws it over to first, and that'll retire Kegley on 1 pitch. 1-3. So there were no runs on a hit, no error, and a runner left in scoring position. Casselton has led 5 on base through 4 innings of play. As we make our way to the bottom of the 4th inning, we're tied at 1 here on yourliveevent.com.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Well, it's official. It's dark out as the lights come on in the press box. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 1. Valley City and Casselton here today on yourliveevent.com. Well, whatever we had for starters, just put it in the garbage in terms of Valley City, in terms of where they're playing. They're still out there as everybody has moved around a little bit, except Sikora. Sikora is still the first baseman here for the Valley City Royals, but on the opposite side, just wheeling and dealing. So Rolsma, now the center fielder, will be coming up to the plate. James Schwer, the third baseman, will be due up next. Then Sikora stands at first. Bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 1 on yourliveevent.com. Rolsma, Schwer, and Sikora here. That's been a dandy of a game so far in 3.5 innings. Just under an hour. As Maggio will come on. 40 pitches so far through 3 innings of work. Misses. Ralsima able to reach base on an error his last time up. Here's the 1-0 offering. Hit in the air, that'll go to right. The right fielder comes in and keeps making his way towards right field. Osmonstead with the nice catch on the run. That'll be a fly out, and there's one down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Ryan had to get on his horse a little bit as that one just kept fading away from him. Good swing by Rolsema. Now it goes to James Schwer, who flew out to left to Broughton to finish off inning number 1. Off speed on the breaking ball. It's now 0-1 as Schwer was looking to send that one somewhere. Instead it will be 0-1 here as Maggio works ahead. Another breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Carter Maggio, 3 innings of work so far, has given up 2 hits, a run, and a strikeout. Here's the 0-2. Another swing and a miss. Maggio gets his second strikeout. Maggio has retired 4 consecutive batters since the one-out double by Powell. And he's also retired 7 of the last 8 batters here for Valley City. Now it goes to Sikora. Here's the find and deliver. In there for a strike for Carter Maggio. It's 0-1. As Maggio quickly, a Mark Burley-esque kind of a pitcher right now, just back on the mound, delivering a strike, getting the ball back from Lewis and saying, give it to me again and let's roll. Here's the 0-2. He's got that breaking ball bending and working in all mysterious places. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air, but that'll go foul. Broughton in left field with Christensen in center. Osmonstead, as we mentioned his name, in right. Mueller at first with Cagley at second. Everson at short and Peterson at third, as this will be hit on the ground. Cagley will make the flip, fire over to first in time. 4-3 for the putout. A 3-up, 3-down fourth as we played 4 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We're tied at 1 apiece as we head to the 5th.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
This is from the jump, kind of felt like a State A Legion baseball tournament game in terms of the crowd after the opening ceremony. Been neck and neck so far. 1 run for Valley City in the first, 1 run for Casselton in inning number 3, and we're tied at 1 here as Bryson Heck will come on. A strikeout by Thummel, a ground out by Cagley. Now it goes to Everson. And if you're a batter so far, it's tough to find a rhythm as this one will graze Jack. Jack will be hit by a pitch, and he will make his way to first base. So a runner stands at first. What I was going to say, when you have 3 pitchers in 4 innings, and it's not because Casselton has barreled up pitch after pitch or walk after walk, it can be tough sometimes as a unit to find something consistent against the pitcher. Schreier went 2 innings. Powell an inning and a third, and Heck 2/3 so far. This will hit him right square in the numbers. And we'll have back-to-back batters who have been hit. Everson and now Broughton. And Casselton with their best chance of the game so far as they got a runner at first and second base. As you see it right there with Logan Broughton as he stands at first. Not too happy that he got hit by a pitch square in the number 8. But regardless, Casselton with the runner at second and Jack. Logan stands at first and Carter Maggio now at the plate. As Maggio will dig in and try to help his own cause. 0 for 2 so far here in this one. Maggio will take a strike, reach base on an error, then a 6-4-3 double play. Did play Kegley to come in, but it was a non-run driven in on the double play. Heck with the 0-1 offering. This will be hit right back up the middle. Runners have to stay put as Ralsima able to get that one in quickly. And now bases will be full after the base hit by Carter Maggio. And nowhere to put Ryan coming up to the plate. And Osmondstad. Rolsma did a good job of bringing that one in. We'll have a courtesy runner into the game for Casselton as Nelson. Nelson will stand at first. So Osmondstad coming up, and for Casselton, this is where you got to make your hay, no pun intended, with the nickname the Haymakers. They got the bases full with no outs yet again here against Valley City. They got one run in this situation back in the third. Well, for Bryson Heck, you're one pitch away again from making a really quality out here. 1 ball, no strikes here to Ryan. Hit by pitch, and a single so far for Casselton in the top half of the fifth. The 1-0 running at the hands. That'll miss the zone. Now 2-0. Everson at third, Broughton at second. Nelson now stands at first, and Osmondstad trying to bring the go-ahead run across here for Casselton. 2-0, called a strike. It's 2-1. Valley City in those baby blue or Columbia blue tops. Casselton in their black tops here this evening. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Osmondstad pops one up. This one by James Schwer. Bryson Heck. Heck will lose his hat. He'll give way to James Schwer. It's a pop out in foul territory. And one large out here for Valley City. Now it goes to Keegan Peterson. Peterson 1 of 2 so far with a single. Back in inning number 2, trying to put the ball in play here for Casselton. Well, Heck trying to find a way to get out number 2, or if it's possible, get another double play turned here behind him for Valley City on the infield. One down, bottom, make that top of the 5th inning. Peterson 1 of 2, looking to squeeze the bunt, and this one will be bunted foul. It's 0-1. As Everson was coming down hard from third base on the bunt attempt. As we take a look at the 0-1 offering upcoming here from Bryson Heck. Valley City, bottom of the 5th inning, will be sending 7, 8, and 9 batters to the plate with Will Schwer in the bottom half of the 5th. Corner infielders come in. Bryson Heck, long pause, and we'll get a time at the plate there by Keegan Peterson. Well, Peterson went to go bunt. The corner infielders charged in. Then all of a sudden, Bryson just kept holding the ball there, and he finally said, Keegan said, I've had enough. Let's call time and readjust. Looking to bunt again. This time will take a ball. It's 1-1. James Schwer is about 40 feet away from home plate when that one comes across, and you have Sikora about 50 feet. Better be ready for a reaction if there is a swing here. Here's the 1-1 again. Hit. Heck, able to get one, a chance for 2, and it will hit him. And it goes off the number. Rounding third is going to be Logan Broughton. He will come in and score. They get the out. Then going up the first base line was Keegan Peterson. It hit him in the number. And essentially the third hit by batter, if you will, in this one. I think Valley City wondering, did he throw the chicken wing out there or not? But from our vantage point, it looked like it just hit the number. You get the out, a chance for a double play. But Casselton will score the run as they take a 2-1 lead. Just an unfortunate bounce if you're a Valley City fan. But Everson comes in to score his first run of the game. Broughton stands at third base. And now Peterson will be at first. I don't know, fielder's choice. So 2-1 Casselton in what has been a strange baseball game for scoring runs here tonight. Runners at the corners. Heck with the pitch, and ducking covering is Grayson Lewis. It's 1-0. Lewis 0 for 1 at the plate with a sacrifice bunt back in the second. But for the first time today, Casselton will take a lead when Valley City comes to the plate. And in comparison, Valley City for the first time will be playing from behind when they come to the plate. Here's the 1-0 offering. This will come in, and that one will hit him again. So Broughton at third base, Keegan Peterson at first. And these hit-by pitches are essentially walks at the end of the day, and they've loaded the bases up here. As it looks like we'll get a runner into the game here for the Haymakers. We will a courtesy runner coming in. As it'll be Carver Kozowski. So Kozowski will stand at first base, Peterson at second, and Logan Broughton stands at third. Bryson Heck still one good pitch away from getting out of the jam with only one run. However, Casselton with Mueller, if he can get another double like he did in the last at-bat, could run the carousel here. First pitch swinging, and he went for the 4-run shot. Mueller with a double to right center field, so you're seeing Valley City with the center fielder Rolsma shading a little bit into right center now. A big left center field gap is open for the taking. The 0-1, that'll miss. It's 1-1. As we can see it there, left center field got a lot of real estate. If that's where Bryce can put one. Well, for Bryson Heck, he's looking for out number 3. Pop up. This one, who's going to call for it? Bryson Heck in foul territory makes the catch to retire the Haymakers here in inning number 5. 1 run does come across on 1 hit. There were no errors and 3 runners left on base. Casselton with the new score has taken a lead as they lead by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning here for the Highliners. It'll be for Valley City, the Royals. It'll be Will Schwer. And then from there, Sheneko, the DH, and Heck. Those are the scheduled batters, but after some defensive changes, we'll see if anything comes out of it. But Will Schwer will be leading things off here for Valley City. Carter Maggio on for his 5th inning of work. Valley City has left 2 runners on base so far, while for Casselton, they've left 8 runners on base here for the Haymakers. However, Casselton for the first time tonight playing with the 1-run lead. But Valley City very much in this game and a chance to try to figure out Carter Maggio. Try to see if they can get something brewing here as Maggio has retired 5 consecutive batters. Casselton with a run in the 3rd, a run in the 5th. Valley City with a run in the 1st, and that has been our scores so far. The contest that started an hour and 10 minutes ago here today from Valley Process Technologies Field. Make sure you join us tomorrow for more baseball here on yourliveevent.com. Loser of this game has Minot at 1:30 in an elimination contest. Winner has Kindred as Maggio delivers a strike to Schwer. That'll be at 7:30. No balls and 1 strike on the way. Carter Maggio sees this one out of the zone. It's now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike as Maggio. Righty-righty matchup with Schwer. And the pitch. This one foul back. It's going to be 1-2. Oh, look at the ball boy here for Valley City. Spencer Fetch. Look at those wheels behind home plate. He even glows with the Superman as well. Got to get him a cape. Here's the 1-2. Nearly a strike three instead. Just a good located breaking ball by Carter Maggio. We saw Kindred in there, starting pitcher, and Eli Mack have a good breaking ball from the left-hand side. We're seeing that here by Carter Maggio here for Casselton. The 2-2 got him out in front, foul ball. And we'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just taking a look, the sun has gone down, the lights are on. What more could you ask for a July night here? The 2-2 pitch, fouled again. Good bat brewing here for Schwer. Schwer looking to get a base hit. Well, for Carter Maggio, looking to get out number 1 to lead things off here in the 5th. And Maggio earns the battle. Strikeout number 3 for Carter, and there's 1 down. As Shineko will come up to the plate with that neon-colored bat. That would be fun to play in a glow-in-the-dark baseball game with that kind of neon-colored bat. A little black light. Here's the pitch. First pitch swinging. This one is foul off. It's 0-1. Tomorrow we'll have a little brunch in baseball in Park River at 10:30, and the same here in Casselton at 11. We'll be like a bullpen with 2 warming up. Here's the 0-1 that goes behind Shineko. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Double-barreled, if you will, tomorrow with 8 games in Casselton and Park River. Got you covered in the East. Double-A in the West this season. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Adam Shineko. As Carter Maggio looks behind the plate with Lewis. 1-1 out in front. This one will be a dribbler, and able to pick it up there is Mueller, 3 unassisted for out number 2. Sometimes with the turf, you don't know how it's going to spin if it hits a seam. That one spun about as easily as it could have, as now it goes to the pitcher here in Bryson Heck. Heck with a strikeout, 0 for 1 back in inning number 3. As Carter Maggio, we'll see this one. The pitch, high hopper. This one will go to the shortstop. Everson fires across with the stretch to Mueller, and it's 8 straight retired here for Maggio and the Haymakers. 5 complete on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's still a 2-1 game as we head to the top of the 6th.
Accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we head to the top of the 6th inning, broadcasting from the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency broadcast booth here in Casselton, getting in touch with Jim Pearson and the crew at Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. From banking to insurance, let them handle your requests. For more info, go to kindredstatebank.com. That's kindredstatebank.com. Chase Miller with you high on top of the booth here at VPT Field in Casselton, as there'll be Thummel, Kegley, and Everson, the 8-9-1 batters here against Heck. And there's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 7 batters to the plate in the 5th inning. 3 of them were hit by a pitch, and you can even say a 4th with the runner moving up to first base there with Keegan Peterson, as this one will be hit him, but a swing in here by Thummel, as Thummel right now is holding his right thumb. So no balls and 2 strikes to the designated hitter, as that one ran in on the hands and he swung, and then right when he swung, he dropped the bat as it came in and hit. So now The question is for Thummel, black and blue, can you grip it fine? And if you're unable to really grip much of the bat, you'll have to have a new batter come in on an 0-2 count. As that coach and Mitch comes down, and now you just give him the bat, see if you can grip it okay. If you can't, with that right hand, as he's really trying to shake it off a little bit here. As for the Casselton fans in here, as you would if you're a Valley City fan, you're employing your teammates and a batter here to come up. Bryson Heck will see this one. No balls and 2 strikes on the way to the number 8 batter. This will be in the turf. It's now 1-2. Well, runs have been hard to come by for both teams. Just 3 runs across through 5 innings. However, Casselton has put runners on the base pass here. The 1-2. Heck nearly got the strikeout. It's 2-2. James Schwer, 2 innings of work, 1 hit. He comes out at 30 pitches. He got Powell, who came in an inning and a third, and then now Heck is gone. The rest since then, as this one misses. As Heck so far has gone an inning and 2/3 here on the mound. Full count on the way to Thummel. After falling behind 0-2, Thummel trying to get aboard. Heck nearly gets the strikeout, instead it's a walk. As 3 hit by pitches and a walk, runner stands at first base here with Thummel. So he'll be held on by Sikora. As you got Will Schwer now at second base. Samuelson stands at short. James Schwer at third with Powell behind the plates. Will Schwer stands in left field. Fetch is over at second. Rolsema stands at center, and Hendrickson stands in right. Here's the pitch. Looking to bunt this one up the third baseline. That'll go foul. 0-1 here to Kegley. Kegley with the run scored. That was the first run of the game in inning number 3. As you can see, the lights here at the ballpark at VPT Field. As James Schwer is about 45 feet away from home plate, expecting a bunt. This one will go outside. It's 1-1. And you're really aggressive as a third baseman, because if that comes to you, you're going to be looking to get the lead runner here at second. You're definitely going to try to go get the runner at first if you can, but if you got a chance to get the runner at second, you want it. 1 ball, 1 strike upcoming here to Kegley. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bunted in the air. Heck able to make the catch on the pop-out. And there's 1 down. Nice play by Bryson. Able to play his position. As Thummel will stand at first base still. As you'll see Jack Everson now at the plate. Everson with a single, a hit by pitch, and a run scored so far is 1 of 2. Scorer holding the runner at first, and Thummel. As Bryson Heck gets out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Hits one in the air. This one's got a shot, and that'll be over the left fielder. Rounding second on his way to third. He's getting waved in. Here comes Thummel. Thummel's going to be coming in. The relay throw, not going to matter. He slides in safely. It's a 2, make it an RBI double here for Everson. So Thummel comes in to score from first. Jack Everson gave that one a ride. It's now 3-1. Casselton takes the 3-1 advantage here off the run driven in by Everson, as now it's to Logan Broughton. So there's a little separation. It's been a 1-run game. It's been either tied or a 1-run lead or deficit for these clubs. Largest lead of the contest. Broughton first pitch swinging, hits one up the third baseline foul. It's 0-1. 6th hit of the ball game here for Casselton. Here's the 0-1 pitch as Heck looks back the runner. This one will be smoked into left. The runner will stay put there with Everson, and he goes to third base. Big turnaround at first here for Logan Broughton, who delivers a base hit. Runners at the corners here for the Haymakers. And now it goes to Carter Maggio. one extra run in a game that has been tough to score could loom large. 2 runs is the advantage right now for Casselton. Heck trying to work out of a pickle here in the 6th. A walk comes in and scores, a pop out, a double, and a single here for the Haymakers. Runner nearly gets picked off at first. Logan Broughton had to slide in safely, as Heck was trying to get the secondary runner out, as sometimes you take an extra lead with the runner at second or third, and Broughton nearly got caught. But Broughton takes his lead one more time as he's got wheels, trying to get into scoring position. Broughton going to stay put. This one will be blocked in the turf. The throw goes to the third baseman. James Schwer will come back. They go to Powell. They got him in a pickle here with Everson. They go back to Schwer. Schwer trying to apply the tag. They're going to get the run, or is there a chance now to get 2 for the double play? They get the out at second. Is he out at third as well? That's the question, and it looks like you're going to get the twin killing. So it's going to go 2-5, 2-5. And then eventually they get the out after that, and Casselton runs themselves out of an inning here in the 6th as Broughton went all the way from first to third. They try to get the out there. They occupied the base at the same time. That's what they're going to say, so you get the out. And then the secondary runner, and Logan Broughton was trying to go to second, and he gets tagged, and Casselton runs themselves out of the 6th. So you get 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. This has been one for the books as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Casselton 3, Valley City 1.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
In the scoring column, that's 2-5, 2-5-6. So eventually, Powell to James Schwer, to Powell to Schwer, then to Samuelson for the double play. As Hick able to get out of the jam with just 1 run, and now if you're Valley City, time to figure out Mr. Maggio here as he's retired 8 straight batters. The last batter to get on base is the man coming up to the plate in Corbin Powell. Now, if Powell or Fetch can get on, Samuelson has shown a home run capability in the number 3 spot where he just missed a home run in the 1st inning and flew out deep to the warning track his last time up in the 3rd. However, Casselton leads by 2 in what has been a strange game number 4 just in terms of the different situations that we've seen here tonight for baseball, but it's been a fun one regardless. Here's the 1-0 pitch upcoming to Powell. Right now as it stands, Valley City down to their final 6 outs. Going to be 2-0. Also tonight, if you're coming out, just starting Kat Perkins opening up her set at the Vets Club. Going until about 11:30. Here's a 2-0 pitch. This one will miss in the turf. It's 3-0. It's the State A Legion Baseball Tournament. 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow, 3 on Saturday, a couple on Sunday, and 1 or 2 on Monday. But Maggio falls behind 3 balls and no strikes to Powell. And make it a 4-pitch walk. First free pass of the game for Maggio, and the tying run comes up to the plate here for the Highlanders by the name of Trevor Fetch. As Powell hands the gloves to the assistant coach and Matt Fetch. As Trevor Fetch, his son comes to the plates with a runner at first. This will run in and nearly hit him. 5 consecutive pitches out of the zone here for Carter. And we'll see Mitch coming to the plate as we'll have a quick little meeting on the mound here for Mitch Shear. As 5 consecutive balls, Maggio has thrown 5 innings of work so far. Runner at first base again is Corbin Powell. And again from there, Jack Samuelson and Ralsima couple batters you got to worry about here from the Valley City perspective. If Maggio can get by these batters without giving up more than 2 runs, you probably like what the Haymakers have in store, having one more chance to come up in the top of the 7th with the 3, 4, and 5 batters at the plate. But until then, you got to find a way to get 3 outs and keep your lead. Valley City with just 2 hits so far today, a single by Sikora in the 2nd and a double by Powell in the 3rd. As a quick meeting on the mound brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. This will miss out of the zone. It's now 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch. That'll be called the strike, now 2-1. Trevor Fetch reached base on an error with a stolen base and came in and scored in the 1st. And he line drive as the pick play. Not going to be in time as it's still 2-1. Coming up on our post-game show, make sure you stay tuned for that. Another pick play. We'll get to our Agassi Precision Egg play of the game. We'll get to our final box score in this one, and we'll hear from a victorious member of the winning team. That and more still to come on our postgame. 2-1 pitch out of the zone. It's 3-1. Well, outs have been tough to come by when you get later in the game sometimes. That's the situation here for Maggio on the mound. 3-1 pitch. That'll be called a strike. Now 3-2. Here's the question for Chase Carpenter at 3-2. Do you allow Powell to get a running start and try to stay out of a double play if it's in on the ground? Or you keep him at first, open up that hole. He's going to run. The 3-2 is laced, and that'll go foul over the third base dugout. Now 3-2. That third base dugout has kind of been a hot spot here with those left-handed batters in this game. Like a moth to a flame. There's the 3-2 again. We'll see if the runner will break one more time. Not taking a huge lead. Maggio paying close attention, though, to Powell as he slides back in safely. This has been a good one from the jump. Valley City took an early 1-0 lead. Casselton tied it at 1 in the 3rd. Runner's going to go. It's going to be a walk. Back-to-back free passes here for Valley City. Runners at 1st and 2nd. And big back Jack Samuelson will come up to the plate. He missed a homer by maybe a foot, if that. Back in inning number 1, and he just got underneath it for a fly out to left in inning number 3. Goes back to what we said just moments ago. If you're Valley City, this is the kind of batter you want up at the plate with runners on when you're down. Tyne run at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Here's a fly ball that's hit to left on a large out. Brought with the throw. Tag here by Powell. He will slide into 3rd. Samuelson just misses another extra base hit on a fly out. Powell, though, smartly with no outs, able to get an extra 90 feet. And there's one down. Rolsema 0 for 2 with an error. In terms of reaching base, he flew out to the right fielder. Osmondstead his last time up. Runners at the corners. Powell at 3rd, Fetch at 1st. Maggio gets out number 1 here in the 6th, and it's a loud one at that by Samuelson. As a look back, the runner Fetch at first base. If there was a home run derby, I would want Samuelson to be on my team. The way that he has that uppercut swing. One down is Maggio. We'll see this. Big curveball as Rolsma was trying to scamper out of the way. It's 1-0. As we'll get Carter Maggio a fresh new baseball here. As the home plate umpire takes one out of the left bag and the right bag and said dealer's choice. What do you like? Here's the 1-0 offering upcoming. As Maggio been a little erratic from the game perspective after having no walks through 5. 2 so far in the inning. The 1-0 is also missed on the zone. 2 strikes to Fetch. Samuelson first pitch swinging, liked what he saw, and he gave it a ride to left center. But it'll be 1 out. Here's the 2-0. That'll be called a strike. It's 2-1. Winner plays tomorrow night, 22 hours from now, against Kindred in the winner's bracket. Losers got a date with Minot at 1:30. Runners in a break for second. Uncle Charlie for a strike in terms of a curveball, but the runner gets into scoring position here with Fetch. He was off on the pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and things are getting dicier here in the 6th. Maggio, the 2-2, popped up in the air to short right. Ryan will come in. They'll get the out there. The lead runner's going to tag up with Powell. Here's the throw. Not in time. It's a sacrifice fly. So Parker does the job here. Rolsma drives in the run. Powell will come to score. Fetch will go from second to third. And the small ball variety here for the Highlanders plates at least a run here in inning number 6. How big was the tag up now by Powell to get to third base, and then Fetch gets the stolen base and now stands at third as the tying run. Now it goes to James Schwer. Maggio on the inner part. That'll miss. It's 1-0. Walk comes back to Hunt. Now the question is, will the second one as well? Here's the 1-0. High fly ball in the air to left. Broughton has room, and he sees it, gloves it to retire the side. There was a run on no hits. There were no errors and a runner left. We played 6 today, and we got a new score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton leads by 1 as we head to the 7th.
From Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
All right, on cues, make sure you stay tuned to our post-game shows. We'll get to our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the contest. We'll take a look at the final 4 or the final box score. Also, from there, we'll get you ready for games tomorrow, both here in Casselton and in Park River for the State A and State B Legion baseball tournaments here on yourliveevent.com. A beautiful night here from Valley Process Technologies Field, as it'll be the heart of the lineup. Maggio, Ryan, and then Keegan coming up. 3, 4, and 5 batters against Mr. Heck. Casselton went 2-5, 2-6 to finish off a double play, and they ran themselves out of the 6th. But right now, Valley City gets 1 run across in the bottom half of the 6th. We'll see how large that can be here as we head to the 7th. Maggio, check swing. It's 0-1. Carter, Ryan, and Keegan. Osmondstad will stand in the on-deck circle with Peterson following him in the hole. Here's the 0-1. Good spot for Heck. Pops the mitt. Powell behind the plate. It's now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Heck looking for his second strikeout in relief. He has hit 3 batters, walked 1 so far. In terms of walks and strikeouts, as we'll have the 0-2. This will be hit foul. It's going to be 0-2. If Casselton can hang on, it will be an Eastern sweep in the opening round. If Valley City can come back and win, you'll have one team from the West. Maggio went fishing. They will throw over to the first baseman, and they will get the strikeout. Heck will be retired. Punch out number 2 for Heck, that is, as Maggio is retired. And now it goes to Ryan, as Osmondstad will be coming on here. Nice contingent from Valley City. The same for Casselton. Got a handful of different teams and fans up the third and first base lines, hanging on the rails, watching the game here tonight in Casselton. This will be delivered a strike. Osmondstad is falling behind the count, 0-1. A strikeout, a hit by pitch, and a pop-out here for Ryan. The 0-1 hit right back up the middle, and that's into center field. Osmondstad is able to get aboard. A base knock here for the Haymakers. Is now Keegan Peterson will be coming up to the plate. As Carpenter's going to come out, and we'll see if this is it for Bryson Heck or just a meeting on the mound here. As Bryson got a fist bump from James Schwer, and it looks like that's going to do it for Bryson Heck, and we'll get some more defensive changes as coming into the game here for Valley City will be number 8. That is Will Schwer. So Schwer only coming back into the contest here. As Schwer will be coming in. The left fielder in number 3 in Prescott will be coming out. So we'll let you know about the changes next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
So Heck now will go to center field as the left fielder here for Valley City will make his way. That looks to be in Ralsima. As Peterson will come up to the plate. As you got Will Schwer over now at the plate. So Praska will come out. One down here as it goes to Peterson. Pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. Call 423-3121 for a secure storage location just north of Kindred. As this will make it now 1-0. Perfect night for a little bonfire if you can make a s'more. Enjoy the evening. Tune into some baseball. Not a bad summer's night. Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground, chopper up the third baseline. That'll go foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Said it earlier, felt like the next team to score a run when we were in the 4th might win this game. Well, Casselton was the next team. They eventually got it to a 2-run lead as they lead it by 1 right now. As Ryan takes his lead off of first, here's the 1-1 pitch upcoming as Osman Studd will come back into first base there. Sikora holding him on at first. Strikeout for Maggio. Ryan earned a single. 4th pitcher of the game here for Valley City, Will Schwer. The 1-1 breaking ball. That's now going to be 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to the Casselton number 5 batter and Keegan Peterson. Here's a 2-1. Hit in the air, center field. Bryson Heck unable to glove it. Rounding second, here will be Ryan. He will go to third. Here comes Heck with the relay, going to hit the cutoff man. Samuelson with the throw home. He is safe. It's a double for Keegan Peterson. Ryan comes first to home, is flying around third, and Peterson with the double delivers his first run of the game on the RBI. 4-2 Casselton here in the top of the 7th as the Haymakers get a run back here in the top of the 7th inning as Ryan was making his way through third base. Good relay as Heck hit Samuelson. Samuelson threw it to Powell, but Powell could never complete the catch, if you will, on the tag as he lost the ball. And a run will come in to score, and Casselton has scored now in the 5th, 6th, and the 7th, all with 1 run across. Back to a 2-run game here now with Grayson Lewis at the plate. Lewis will see this one up and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Hour and a half old here tonight. for this contest that started just after the 8 o'clock hour at 8:07. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Lewis takes a strike. It's 1-1. For Valley City, they will have Sikora, Will Schwer, and Shineko. The 6, 7, and 8 batters due up in the bottom half of inning number 7. There's the 1-1 on the way. That'll be smothered by Powell. It's going to be 2-1. Well, for Valley City, trying to keep it a 2-run contest right now as Casselton matches their largest lead of the game. This would be a strike. It's 2-2. As Will Schwer takes a look to Powell behind the plate. And the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, a high hopper. Schwer able to make the play over at first in time. 1-3 on the putout. Both teams will, in terms of take it as a quality play. The high for Valley City, you'll get your seconds out of the inning, but for Casselton, you'll move a runner in Peterson to third base. Now it's to Bryce Mueller, who's 1 of 3 with a double back in the 4th. As he hit one to right center, he will see this one low in the turf. It's 1-0. Big double by Peterson, though. You can mark that as a potential play of the game. The 1-0 pitch, high in the air, underneath it, as the left fielder will come in, glove it, and retire the side. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 6.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. New score, Casselton 4, Valley City 2.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, I tell you what the tweet of the day is. The Montreal Expos account says we traded no one today. Not a bad one at the trade deadline. Montreal Expos still on the Twitter or the Xverse. But Sikora will come up. Valley City trying to at least get the tying run aboard. They need someone to get on here. Sikora, Will Schwer, or Shineko, and see if he can get closer to the top of the lineup as Maggio's looking for the complete game. Works ahead in the count. It's 0-1. Valley City, 5 batters in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth. And as we mentioned, 5 in the sixth as this one will work inside. It's 1-1. Carter Maggio so far 6 innings of work of 2-hit baseball, 2 runs, 1 that was earned. The 1-1, a work outside now, 2-1, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts here for Carter. At one time recorded and retired 8 consecutive batters in a row between innings 3, 4, and 5. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Fly ball in the air to center. Christensen going back to the warning track. That ball is up and that ball is gone. Here on the way as Sikora hits a homer. As Sikora nearly took out the center field camera, as you will see him round third and come home on this one. Wasn't sure if it was gone or if it was a ground rule double, but that ball is a round tripper. And all of a sudden the tying run does come up to the plates via solo home run here for Valley City. as Schwer comes up next. And all of a sudden, the High Valley City faithful making some noise. Schwer with a fly ball. That ball's hit deep in the air, and that is off the facade of the wall. Schwer rounds first. Here's a big throw on the way for Broughton to keep it to a single. Schwer nearly tied the game to left. It hit the bottom of the wall. And Valley City, 2 batters up, 2 batters on with a run in. As we'll have a quick meeting on the mound, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. After Schwer nearly tied the game with back-to-back jacks. As this game continues to deliver here in the 7th inning. Now for Valley City, a run in the 6th, a run in the 7th. We mentioned how big would that run be in inning number 6. That Valley City was able to plate across, and in comparison, how big is the run for Casselton at this point that they scored in the 7th? Because otherwise it'd be a tie ball game with Valley City having a chance to win. Valley City still with a chance to win, but the winning run stands at the plate instead of first base. As we'll see this here with a time called. And Schwer will make his way towards first base, meeting on the mound, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. This game has been fun from the jump. It's only getting better. Question is, who's going to date with Kindred tomorrow night in the winner's bracket? Maggio with the pitch. It'll miss off the zone. It's 1-0 to Shenenko. As Valley City, again, the home team via the 1 seed from the West. Chance to walk it off here against Casselton. Or can Casselton hang on and win in 7 on their home field? That'll miss. Now 2-0. Bryson Heck. 2 balls and no strikes on the on-deck circle. Looking at Shenenko, his teammate, the 2-0, swing and a miss. It's 2-1. That's Schwer at first base. This is the definition of edge-of-your-seat baseball here on a Thursday night. 2 balls, 1 strike. Maggio works from the stretch. Off-speed pitch. That's in the air. That'll be caught. Oh, it's caught by Ryan. A chance for 2, and it's off the glove of the first baseman, Mueller. But Osmondstead makes a phenomenal play in right. If that gets by him, it's probably a tie ball game. Instead, he lays out, gloves it, and gets the out in right. 1 down as this is teeth-crunching time. Oh, what a play by Ryan in right. Now it goes back to the center fielder in Bryson Heck. You talk about a game of inches. That has been the definition of this contest. As Maggio looks back the runner, the pick, he will slide back in safely here for Will Schwer. This is had the feeling of a state tournament game from the jump. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. This will be hit right back up the middle, underneath the glove of the second baseman, Kegley into center. Schwer goes to second. Heck gets a single, his first hit of the game. Runners at first and second now for Valley City, thanks in part to a Bryson Heck single at first base. Tying run at second. The go-ahead run stands at first. Another meeting on the mound here for the infield. As Maggio I'll talk it over one more time and see if they make a change, as it looks like Carter's night is going to be done, as it looks like they'll hand this one off to Peterson. We will let you know about it officially next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Fourth time through the lineup now for Valley City. It goes to the leadoff batter and Corbin Powell. As Peterson will come on and pitch. Carter Maggio 6 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs. He's on the hook for the runners at first and second with Will Schwer and Heck. 2 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. As here in this game, it will be a straight switch. So Everson will be at short. Maggio makes his way to third base as Peterson now will come on the mound. Kegley at second, Mueller at first, and Lewis behind the plate again for Casselton in the infield. That pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. Call 428, that's 428-3121 for storage units that are affordable, secure, and have easy access in Kindred. Now it goes to Corbin Powell. Valley City knocking on the door to tie and force extras or possibly walk off Casselton. While the opposite side, the Haymakers 2 outs away from heading to the winner's bracket against Kindred tomorrow night. As we'll have a quick time as Peterson wants to make sure he's got the signs with the runner at second base okay with his catcher and Lewis as they will talk it over here. Highlanders took an early 1-0 lead in the first. Casselton tied it in the third. Haymakers took the lead after that in the top half of the fifth and haven't have a tie ball game since. First pitch swinging, this one will go foul. As Corbin Powell got underneath that one, it's 0-1. Powell, 1 of 2 with a double, a walk, and a run scored. Here's the 0-1. Strike number 2 as Peterson comes on. Foul ball, a strike called. Trevor Fetch is the on-deck batter. Peterson works from the stretch. Runners at first and second. The 0-2. Foul tipped, staying alive. As Powell does it again. Gets pitch number 4 to see against Peterson. The inning started off with a homer by Sikora, Schwer with a single, and a single by Heck. This one is going to be hit on the ground. Chopper, Everson gets one there, a chance for 2. Then they throw it back to the third base. He is safe. As the runner with Will Schwer made a big turn around third. Everson was going to try to take it himself to get the double play. Bryson Heck comes in hard, charging to second to try to break it up. Runners at the corners right now. 2 down. Powell will reach base on a fielder's choice. Schwer goes to third, and Heck is retired at second base. Now you go to Fetch with the Mr. Samuelson on the on-deck circle. As Fetch has reached base twice on an error and a walk, has a run scored with 2 stolen bases. This will miss outside. It's 1-0. Tying run stands at third, and because Lewis unable to find it right off the exchange, will allow Powell to get into scoring position, and now the game-winning run stands at second. Here's the 1-0. As Lewis blocks, it's now 2-0. And if Lewis catches that one cleanly, you wonder if the Valley City would have put Powell in motion at some point during this bat on almost a defensive indifference. A 2-0, there's a strike call. It's 2-1. Outfield and infield can pretty much play their normal defense here with Fetch, more of a slashing hitter. The 2-1, that'll miss now 3-1, and then you got Samuelson, who's been close about twice tonight for an extra base hit, if not a home run on the on-deck circle. Got to have it here if you're Casselton, and the same for Valley City. The 3-1. Cold strike number 2. Runners at second and third. Powell at second. Schwer at third. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Peterson to Fetch, who's going to win this battle. A 3-2. This one will miss for a ball. And the bases are full here for Valley City. And now it's going to go to Jack Samuelson. Pop down in the first, fly out in the third, and a line drive in the sixth. To say he's due is an understatement. However, Peterson, one good pitch from getting out of the jam here in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's a strike, gets 0-1. Peterson gets ahead on Samuelson. So far, a third of an inning for Peterson in relief. No balls and a strike here to the number 3 batter in the Valley City lineup. The 0-1 blocked by Lewis in the turf. It's 1-1. Will Schwer at third base. Powell, the game-winning run, stands at second. And then Trevor Fetch at first after the walk to load him up. The 1-1 hit, soft line, that'll do it. And Casselton wins the game. Valley City strands the bases loaded here in inning number 7. There was 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 3 runners left on base, as Casselton picks up the win by a final of 4-3 and a game that finishes at 10:04 here tonight in an hour and 57 minutes. We're back with more after this here on your liveevent.com.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Both teams would have had a coulda, woulda, shoulda at the end of this one with how close the game was. Casselton picks up the win. Post-game show brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber in a game that goes 1 hour and 57 minutes here today at the ballpark. Casselton wins a thriller by a final of 4-3, so the East sweeps the West in day number 1 here of the State A. So it'll be a Western affair in an elimination games, and it'll be an Eastern affair in the winner's bracket as we move forward here in this contest. Casselton with the 4-3 win as Valley City scores 1 run in the 7th but leaves the bases loaded. Sikora with the homer, Will Schwer with a single. Shineko had a diving play made by Ryan and Wright to rob him of a base hit. Bryson Heck with a single. Powell with a fielder's choice. Trevor Fetch then walks the bases loaded. And then a line drive out by Samuelson, who goes 0 for 4 tonight at the plate, but all 4 outs were ever so close. As we continue on our Casselton Lumber post-game show, it's now time to get to our play of the contest, brought to you by Agassi Feature Precision Egg. Couple of different plays. There was a double play in the second. Will Schwer popped it up. Lewis got the out there and then got Sikora out at second base. Also, Ryan Osmondstad with the diving play in the bottom of the 7th inning to rob a base hit. And if it gets by him, it's probably a tie ball game. Instead, makes a nice play there as well in right field. Those 2 plays are a play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Egg, your feature precision planting dealer. Agassi Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Casselton with a run in the 3rd, a run in the 5th, 6th, and then as well in the 7th. For Valley City, a run in the 1st, a run in the 6th, and a run in the 7th inning, as Carter Maggio will find a way to pick up the win here in this contest for the Casselton Haymakers. Final numbers go like this. Powell in this contest would score a run. He would reach base on a double, go 1 of 3 at the plate. Trevor Fetch in this contest reaches base 3 times, gets a run scored, goes 0 for 2. Samuelson goes 0 for 4, Rossima in this contest would go 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly for Valley City. James Schwer goes 0 for 3. Andrew Sikora with a run driven in, a run scored. He goes 2 for 3. Will Schwer goes 1 for 3 with a single. Shenenko goes 0 for 3, and Bryson Heck goes 1 of 3 as well. For Casselton, the Haymakers, Jack Everson with a single, a double, a run driven in, and a run scored here for Jack, as he was able to go 2 of 4, make that 2 of 3 at the plate. Logan Broughton able to reach base twice on 2 singles and a hit by pitch, so he reaches base 3 times with 2 hits. Goes 2 of 3. Carter Maggio here today reaches base twice, goes 1 of 3 at the plate. Ryan able to make the play, gets a single with a run scored in the 7th, hit by pitch in the 3rd, goes 1 of 3. Keegan Peterson delivered eventually the game-winning hit on the double, which plated Ryan, as he was able to go 2 for 4. Grayson Lewis with a sacrifice bunt, hit by pitch. He goes 0 for 2. Mueller goes 1 of 4 with a ringing double in the 4th. Thummel goes 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. And Brody Kegley here today able to reach base once with a run scored as well. Again, that is your final here in this one, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber on our postgame show. Find the quality lumber and materials you need at Casselton Lumber. When we come back, we'll hear from Mr. Maggio. We'll also hear as well from Mr. Peterson. That is coming up around the corner next as we continue, as Casselton's got a date with Kindred tomorrow at 7:30. We'll continue with more after this on the postgame show.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we come back on our post-game show, join us here, Carter Maggio, winning pitcher of record here for the Haymakers as they win a thriller. 4-3 here to put a bow on day number 1. Carter, just take us through this particular game. A lot of different plays, a lot of unique plays for both teams, but what allowed this Haymaker team to find a way to gut out a victory and get to the winner's bracket here tomorrow night?
At the beginning of the game, Coach Trav said this is a dream for a lot of kids. Perfect day for ball out under the lights. So that was the preparation for the game. We were just coming in confident on our home field and, rode it out.
Able to retire 8 consecutive batters in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings as well. What was working on the mound for you in those first 5 innings? I know you had to gut it a little bit in the 6th and 7th, Carter, but what was working for you early in this game?
Yeah, I think it started off with off-speed. Well, started off with locating the fastball for sure, and then working the off-speed off of that always gets them swinging.
Able to get Keegan with that big double as well in the 7th. Eventually, that was the game-winning base knock. What's kind of going through your mind when you see teammates like that make plays at the plate?
We got a lot of young guys that have bright futures, right? He's just one of them, right? He's got a huge, bright future ahead of him, and, I'm very proud of our guys. There's
a line drive hit after a home run and a single. Shenenko hits one into right. When you see Ryan make the diving play, just take us what's going through your mind here, Carter.
Well, ball went in the air. I saw it was a line drive, and Ryan makes those plays all the time, on the daily. He's definitely very valuable anywhere we put him, but he was at the right place at the right time for sure today.
Hey, Carter, congratulations on the win. We'll hear from your teammate, Keegan Peterson, and best of luck throughout the rest of the tournament.
Awesome. Thanks, Chase.
And again, Carter Maggio joined us here on the post-game show. We'll allow them to switch headsets here as we'll go right to Keegan Peterson here, as Keegan able to reach base 3 times in this game, Eventually, Keegan able to get that game-winning base knockouts. We'll have you slide just a scooch over my way one more time. There we go. Keegan, congratulations on the win. Just take us through first question that I asked Carter. Just a unique, odd baseball game with a lot of different plays that were made by both teams. Just what eventually got the Haymakers over the hill in this one against Valley City.
Yeah, off the start, it was pretty intense. A lot of big plays, a couple errors, both teams. A lot of hits, which helped in the big time in the run. Oh, I don't know. There was just a diving play that really sealed the game pretty much. After that, it was a little intense, but Carter Maggio did a good job on the bump. Yep. We hit the ball really well tonight and open spots in the field, obviously. Just wish we could have got a couple more hits as always, but it was a good game overall.
In this game, Keegan, when you see some guys making some plays, Lewis with the double play there in the second inning, Ryan obviously with the Superman catch there in right field in the right. When you see some of your teammates make plays like that, what's kind of going through your mind?
Oh, I just go crazy. I kind of hide it a little bit, but I'm so happy for them to make those plays.
Able to have Carter Maggio on the mound. What'd you see kind of from a horse like a Carter, dealing early here in this contest?
Yeah, I mean, that's him. He's doing his job per usual. He's really good at baseball, obviously. So,
Keegan, as you go forward here in this game, what's something that you hope to take from this one? Anytime Kindred and Casselton play, throw out the numbers, throw out the regular season, always going to be a fun game. But what do you hope to take, whether it's against Kindred or who else going forward? As you know, this team's at least now got a game Friday and one on Saturday.
I just hope to take the W, obviously, nothing else.
Hey, Keegan, congratulations on the win. Best of luck moving forward. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Keegan Peterson with us here on our postgame show. We'll put a bow on day one when we return.
Softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
That does it for our post-game show here again. 4-3, Casselton picks up the victory. So here's a look at tomorrow. Bismarck Senators, Bismarck reps at 11 in an elimination contest. Minot and Valley City at 1:30, also in an elimination game. From there, we will get to the winner's bracket. Devils Lake Fargo at 5, and then Kindred Casselton. That'll be at 7:30. Casselton picks up the 4-3 win. As that does it for our post-game show, again brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. I'm Chase Miller. Join us for 4 more games tomorrow here from the Yard in Casselton. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Thursday nights.